Let me know if you can hear me if you hopped into the live. I need to learn how to work this. I'm gonna get it together, y'all. I'm gonna get it together. Hey, Marlena. I'm trying to go live on YouTube. I used to use a different program, a different like platform. So this is different for me. So bear with me, girls. Bear with me. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Takita. The Superwoman, Jakiba. I'm trying to learn this thing. I am committed to getting on here live with you guys a lot more often because I feel like when we don't chit chat, we're just not as connected, and I want to get connected. Hey, my beautiful girls. What are y'all doing? It's a Monday, girl. It's a Monday, too. Yes, it's a Monday. It does not feel like a Monday to me at all. Y'all, I want to chit chat and talk. I really feel the need. Whenever something is like on my heart, I'm like, I got to get on here and I got to talk to my girls. So that's what we're going to do today is just talk about a few things because we're running into June. That's like half the year, girl. And we got stuff we got to do. Okay. I will definitely talk about the app, Raquel. Oh my God. I was just thinking about you. I was going to mention what you sent me today on Instagram. Hey, my beautiful girls. So yeah, I'll definitely talk about the app. Because I want to. I've been doing some updates to it. So any of my girls who are in the app, I would love to hear feedback. Please email me if you have any feedback. NatalieStringfieldPR@gmail.com. I wonder if I can. Ooh, let me see if I can pin this. I'm gonna learn how to do this. Like I feel like I should take a class or something. I feel like I should take a class because I've been doing some updates. Yeah, I think I can pin this to the app. And I'm really, really excited about some stuff that I'm trying to test that I'm going to make go live starting tomorrow. And I have the app too, y'all. I have the app too. So I'm getting all the updates. I'm seeing how this is moving through. I'm going in there. I'm doing like my daily briefings and everything. And the more I do it, the more I love it. But as a user, also, I'm able to kind of see the little things that I want to change and then change them. But I would love to get your feedback as well. Because this is like one of the we'll chat about it. Let's go in order. Let me let the girls come in. Let me let the girls. Thank you so much. Virtually, is it virtually Vasha? Thank you so much, girl. I'm so excited. I need this title bad. Yes, I feel like we need to talk about this. I have a funny story to tell you guys that happened to me while I was in Mexico. I didn't put it in the vlog. Well, first and foremost, my vlogs tend to do a little bit. Y'all like to see me travel, apparently. And then I also get a lot of new eyes on my channel whenever I do a vlog. And I wanted to tell you this really spooky, crazy thing that happened to me while I was in Mexico. But because I'm trying to get better at my travel vlogs and I want them to be both fun, entertaining, and informational as well, especially if somebody wants to visit the resort that I'm at. So I try to, it's like a fine line between catering to my subscribers and then catering to new subscribers. If that makes sense, I hope that makes sense. But girl, I got to tell y'all a little spooky, crazy story that happened to me, but it really ties back to like manifestation and like just creating your dream life and just how important mindset is and like oh my god. So y'all let me know when y'all ready. I'm trying to see if I can get some more girls in here before I tell this story cuz child, it's so in depth. I don't want to go back to like the beginning, so I want to do it when there's more people in here. So, in the meantime, let me see. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers too, which is so crazy. Thank you, Raquel, so much. Thank you, The Fly Natural. Thank you so much. Do you like the nail color? I love it. This is called, oh my God, I think it's like something bridesmaid. Oh my God, I gotta find out from my nail tech. It's like a pink pinky, like nudie color, and I'm obsessed. I'm definitely gonna get it the next time I go again. Hey, Kimberly. Kaya. I'm so glad you enjoyed the vlog. I loved that Mexico vlog. I'm so glad you guys liked it too. It's doing really, really well. But I hope you guys have been seeing my intention, really trying to show the resort, showing you more of like what I'm looking at. I'm trying so hard. Like, I low key want to be a little travel vlogger or whatever. Just find a place to go like once a month. I would love that. That is a dream. A matter of fact, I keep saying it's a dream, but I haven't been intentional about working that into my daily like affirmations, and I need to do that because I enjoy it so much. And y'all know me, I love a good vacation. So I hope you guys have noticed that I'm really, really trying to just up my game when it comes to the travel content. And not even just travel content. I want my everyday content to be kind of like a mix of that, not too showy or production crazy. Cause I noticed I'm not sure that really lands well with people. I'm also a viewer of YouTube. I'm a YouTube girl. I love YouTube. And although I appreciate cinematic vlogs and stuff like that, it's got to be done right where it's realistic but beautiful to watch. And I'm just trying to find that fine line because what I don't want is disconnection, if that makes sense, you know? Let me see. Let me read. The hair still looks good, girl. The hair is coming out tomorrow. And y'all know what? I'm getting a wig. And y'all probably don't believe me, but I am. I already bought it and everything. Um, is it Baby Take a Vow? No. Oh, is it Baby? No, it's no. I'm gonna get the name and I will make sure I put it in the in an upcoming vlog. But I feel like it's something bridesmaid. I think it's something bridesmaid. It is a DND or DNC color. It's so cute. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you love the channel. Thank y'all. Okay, so how long has it been? How long have we been in here? Like, what's it been? 7 minutes. 7 minutes. 10 minutes, and then we'll chit chat. Maya, you love the app? I was just talking about it. I'm so glad. Y'all have no idea how excited I am about the app. I was all in it today, girl. And I was like, so I've been in there doing some updates, all that good stuff. I'm just testing it now before I hit publish because I don't want to, mess up the flow or anything like that. So I've been just going in there. I'm like obsessed. I'm so obsessed. A wig. I know. I told my mom was like, "You're not gonna wear a wig. Get out of here. I don't even want to hear it." I told my cousin Yoli, she's like, please. Nobody believes me. But I purchased the vlog. I mean, I purchased the wig, y'all, and I invested in it. And I purposefully invested in it because if I'm gonna spend my money on something, I'm going to use it. You better believe that. Like, I'm real funny about spending money, like large sums of money, and then I didn't know, like, no. So I'm actually gonna vlog the entire process, like the ups, the downs, how I'm trying to make it look realistic. Because my thing about wigs and what I was really worried about is it looking like a wig. And while I really do understand, trust me when I tell you, people are gonna know it's a wig. I don't doubt that. I don't look at people's wigs and feel like this. I feel like I would feel uncomfortable. So I hope nobody who wears wigs, like, I love when I see people wear wigs. I'm like, okay, she's killing it. I never look at people and feel this way. I would just feel this way. I'm so paranoid about the lace. So I had to really look hard and long for somebody who sold a wig with like super HD lace. That was not easy. And then the hair was really important to me. So like raw hair, that type of a thing, so it can last. So I'll keep y'all posted. Y'all will see everything from me picking up the wig to me prepping my hair to me prepping the wig so it can look as realistic as possible. And then obviously it's going to take me some time to figure it out and get it better and better, but I'm committed to trying. because my goal is if I like it and I stay consistent with it, my goal is a year because I'm gonna cut my hair. I'm doing this because I'm about to cut my hair off, y'all. So just so you know, I'm chopping not everything, but I'm probably gonna chop off a good 4 to 5 inches and go in on my hair. So anyway, and with the working out that's about to happen, all there's a lot going on, girl. I don't want to be bothered with my hair, but I got the bug with my hair being out, so I want my hair to look good. I just want to look good, y'all. I'm just a girl, you know? Let me read the comments. Okay. Let me read the comments. Most people living a dream life are single. Most people living a dream life are single. Even the people who dream to be married. That's such an interesting comment, isn't it? I don't does that make sense? Like the only way you could dream the only life you could dream of is a life of being single. Don't some people dream of having a husband or a wife, children, a home that only single people dream? I don't know. Y'all tell me. I might be missing it. Y'all let me know if I'm misunderstanding. Um love you, Nat, as a 40 plus girly. Oh, I'm so happy. I love you too. Quality investment. Let's see what happens, girl. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm glad. First day back at work after 7 months. Oh my gosh. Okay. I totally get it, Kimberly. The app is going to be there. Now, I will say this. It is on a promotion until the 8th. So I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say that. But still, I will have promotions throughout the year and all that. So don't worry, girl. I got you. I got my subscribers for sure. All right, so it's been like 12 minutes. I want to tell you guys a spooky story. But it has to do with like manifestation. I feel like at this point, I'm really starting to master this manifestation thing. But let me tell y'all the spooky thing that happened to me while I was at the resort. So there was a day I didn't take many pictures while I was on vacation because I was just like living in the moment. I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself. It was also a birthday trip, and I wanted to have balance with one vlogging, but also just enjoying the resort and enjoying my birthday trip, right? Because this was like meant to be a relaxing trip. So I was so surprised that I had as much footage as I did to put in that vlog, y'all. But honestly, I just wanted to enjoy and take it in, which I did. So I feel like I did a good job with that. But there was one day where I was like, let me try and take a picture. So if you remember the bathroom, if you watch the vlog, I was in the bathroom and I was like, really, this is like the only place that I might be able to find a spot to take a picture. So I'm in the bathroom, I'm setting up my camera and the tripod, and I start snapping pictures in front of the shower. Had a really large stone wall, and it was really the most blank canvas that I could use. So I stood in front of that. I put up the tripod and I started taking pictures. When I went to go look back at the pictures to see if I needed to move the camera angle or turn the flash off, turn it back on, or whatever the case is, when I went to go look at the pictures, I felt this weird sense of I don't want to say deja vu, but it felt like deja vu. Like it felt either like I had been there before or I had seen this background like this with like I had that cream dress, okay? So I'm like, this feels so weird. I just literally sat there in the bathroom with this confused, weird blank face in silence, staring at these pictures of me because I'm like, damn, like this is crazy because I've never been there before. But it felt really weird. So I sat there. This is where it gets spooky, y'all. I don't need y'all judging me, but we're friends, right? um, Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm reading comments too. Hey y'all. I'm in the middle of a story, but if you're just coming in, hey boo, hey. So I'm sitting there in silence for like what felt like it felt like 20 minutes, y'all. I'm not sure exactly how long it was, but I was just sitting there in silence because I was trying to jog my memory as to why this picture looked so familiar, why this background, this area looked so familiar. And while I'm sitting there waiting for this response, trying to like channel my energy and like really figure out if I can get this answer from like source, I'm just sitting there thinking, like I'm bogging my mind. And the next thing that popped up was a reel in my mind. The reel was from Aaliyah. If y'all follow Aaliyah's face, there was and this is so weird. So anyway, there was a reel that popped up in my mind. Now, what popped up in my mind wasn't necessarily the background, but it was the dress that she had on. Okay. And I was like, I don't know why I'm getting this information, but the dress that she had on in my mind when this popped up was a dress that I own. I own it in orange, but the dress vision I got was in cream. So I was like, let me see if this reel is up. Because if I remember the dress, I remember commenting or saying out loud, or either I commented or maybe I said it like, I have this same dress, but in orange. Okay. And it was years ago. This was years ago, mind you. So I go to her page really quick. I'm scrolling back on YouTube Shorts and I find the reel. Y'all want to see the reel? Because this is how spooky this was to me. Anyway, if you're just getting on, I'm just telling a really spooky story about like manifestation and how you just, I'll show you. Hold on. So let me go back. I hope it's still up because I know one thing about Aaliyah girl, she gonna take a short down. So let me see if I can scroll back because this was years. She don't have that many reels on here. Oh God, did she? Okay, hold on, y'all. Now I'm scared that she took it down. No, it's still here. All right, let me take my brightness down.
Day two in Cabo, let's get dressed for dinner. I think I'm gonna put on this dress from J-Lux label.
Can y'all see that?
It's comfortable, and I think it still looks cute.
Can y'all see that? Let me know if y'all can see that.
I never learned my lesson. For perfume, you already know what's good. Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. Just keeping it gold and simple. Same jewelry I always wear.
Okay, first and foremost, I have this dress. I have this dress in orange. I wore it in Arizona when I went to Phoenix. I wore this dress in Arizona. So when this came up, I was like, oh, that's so funny. I have this dress. Okay. Also, what I said at that time while I was looking at this was, damn, wherever she is at looks gorgeous. Mind you, if you hear, there's another.
My first night in Cabo.
This was the first night in Cabo.
I just this cute little set from Sir. Here is this on.
Mind y'all, if you follow Aaliyah, then you guys know she never vlogged this Cabo trip. Nobody knew where she was at. She never said where she was at. I just remember this because of the dress. Okay. I do remember saying, damn, that wherever she's at is so nice. I cannot wait to get to a point where I can be able to go to a place like that. That's what I said. I was like, that is fire. Like, I can't wait to be able to go to a place like that. Now, keep in mind, she never vlogged this vacation. She never said what resort she was at. Nothing. All I can see was just that bathroom. Now, if you go to the Ritz-Carlton Reserve website and look, I never seen that picture. When I was booking my room, they showed me the view of the ocean. They showed me the pool on the terrace, the bedroom, but that like view of that wall, never seen it. Okay. So fast forward now, I'm taking a picture and I get stopped dead in my tracks because I'm like, dang, this seems familiar. So I had to make sure I wasn't crazy, scroll back and look. And just for reference, I'll show you the picture that made me stop and be like, what the hell is going on? So this is the picture that I had taken. This is the picture that I had taken. And that's when I realized that I was at the same freaking resort. Towel, everything exactly in the same place, all of that, which is the reason why it stood out to me. Because I had like my mind, I guess my subconscious was like, you've seen this place before. The fact that I can remember me saying, I want to go to places that look just like this, because at that time, that looked like I don't know what that looked like. You got to, perspective is everything, right? Like, you know how when you're younger, there was a time that I used to say, I would never spend $30 on a shirt. right? There was a time that I said I would never spend $30 on a shirt because $30 on a shirt just sounded outrageous to me based on the amount of money that I used to make. And then there was a time where I got to the point where I was like, $60 sounds crazy. Now the most I would do is $60, right? And it has, it's kind of inched up a little bit, but it's all relative based on like what I'm making or whatever. So when you have the perspective of somebody who hasn't really been anywhere, super duper nice, ultra luxury, it seems very much out of reach for you. So to have fast forward, which feels like nothing, and to have been in that same exact spot blew my mind. Yay, Marlena. I'm so glad you got the app. I'm so excited. But y'all, the power of the tongue is so important. What you say is so important. What you think you have the ability to achieve is so important. You have to have the ability. It can't be, oh, that looks nice. I'll never be able to go there. You cannot think like that. If you really want something, you need to believe that you can achieve it. You need to just say, I want to do that. I can't wait to do that. I'm going to do that. Okay. Like for the person who said everybody who lives a dream life is single. If you dream of having a wife or a husband, kids, and all of that, you need to believe that you are worthy of it. You're going to have it, that it's not out of reach for you. And I noticed that when I wholeheartedly, like with conviction, just say, I want that, I'm going to have that, no matter how crazy it sounds, I keep proving that it comes true. How long ago was her video? That's a good question. Let me look. Let me look, girl. Let me see. I
They
should
do
be able
have
to see the
a nice
date.
dress for dinner. I think I'm gonna put on
Can
this
I see the
dress
date?
from J Lux
This
Label.
was
It is already
June
comfortable.
14th, 2023. So 3 years later. 3 years later, y'all. 3 years later. So 3 years ago, that felt out of reach for me because I had never been anywhere that nice. To now, just like, this looks really nice. I'm going to book this for my birthday. Let's go. Let's do it. 3 years? No, not me putting up 5 figures. 3 years? Crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, I felt like I actually told this story in the blog, but I cut it out because like I said, it was very first of all, it was like my raw reaction to it because I was so freaked out by it when I realized it. Like I was like, "Oh my god, like this is so bizarre. Why do I feel like this is familiar, you know?" And also to be asking for the information, like to be racking my mind to find out why and to get the vision of my orange dress or the cream dress. Like it was all very, like I had chills, y'all. You have no idea. I had chills. And I was like, wow, this is the power of the mind. And so, anyway, I say all that to say there's so many people who really think that the mind is just this thing in your head that is not extremely powerful. I always tell you guys that if you think your imagination, like your ability to create a movie in your mind is nothing, y'all are really minimalizing the power of God. Especially if you are a believer. Y'all know I'm not Christian, so I'm not going to get into that. But if you are a believer, do you think you have that ability for no reason? Just for shits and giggles? Just think about it for a second. And I'm only saying this because I really want us to dig in this year. We have a little over 7 months, or like almost 7 months, to make major transformations in our life. And if you know me, then you know, as much as I love to vlog, as much as I love to travel, as much as I love the beauty, as much as I love the fashion, all of the good things. I love a nice thing. Y'all know all that. But aside from all that, one of my biggest passions, and the reason why I don't just vlog, I don't know if I ever told y'all that somebody was like, girl, you should just vlog, stop talking about finances and all this other stuff. The reason why I don't just do that is because I think it's insane for me to know things learn things, and have to watch and listen to women that are going through things that I can probably help them out of. I think that is crazy. I think that is crazy. It's not my vibe. It's not my thing. I want everybody to win because I don't think everybody else winning is going to stop me from winning. Like that has we're on two different, like I'm in my own little bubble. I'm going to win regardless. But winning and then being like, "Hey you guys, I just keep winning." That is weird. That is weird. I don't want to do that. I've never been that girl. It has bitten me in the ass. But to be quite honest, as much as it has burned me trying to kind of like look back and hold people's hands and be like, "Hey, come with me. Let's do this. Let's do this thing. I got this idea," or "Let's do this together and we can do this." As much as that has burned me in the past, it is quite literally who I am at the core. And I don't want to change that. I just don't. Like, so F it. Like, that's just who I am. And so I'm going to continue to be the woman who is like, "Hey, this great thing is happening to me. This is how I did it." All right. So if that's the type of, if you're new here, if you're watching, if you're live, I know I have the comments turned off if you're not a subscriber, but if you are new here and you just want to know what my channel is about, that's what my channel is about. I don't want to say I perform the vlog duties just so that way I could be like, "Hey girl, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you how to do it." That's really what I be doing. I do the things because I know we want to see the cute outfits. We want to see the makeup. We want to see the travel. We want to see all the things. I think if I only uploaded stuff about what I really want to talk about, what I know to be true, then I don't know if I would reach as many people. So this is like the perfect medium, if that makes sense. I try to put my personality in it. So that way, I could come across as, somebody that you can relate to, but the real mission is to elevate my girls. That's my mission. Anyway, let me read the comments because girl, how freaky was that? Let me see. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. I gotta go back. Okay, let me see. Speak It Nat is coming to fruition. Yes. How long ago was her video? So we talked about that was 3 years ago. Greetings from Chicago. Hey, boo. Hey, from Tampa. Thank you so much. I got to get the name of this nail color. And with all the storms you've overcome. Yes, girl, that's the other thing. Like, I've been doing this with real stuff happening in the background, girl. Oh, if y'all only knew. The dress you showed were already in alignment. Yes. Oh my gosh. Like, that was such a freaky, weird thing. That was so crazy. Oh my God. Make sure you like the video. Oh, thank you so much. Please, yes, like the video, like the live. Living happy. I want to go to Italy. Yes, somebody actually commented today and booked today, y'all. So I'm just gonna tell y'all now, people are booking already, and I haven't even done the announcement, like the video announcement with all of the itineraries for both the trips. So if you are interested in Italy, the link is in the description box of every single video. It's 2 different trips. You can choose which leg you want to go to, but 2 different trips in Italy. The blast that we had in Paris, y'all, I don't even think y'all understand. We still keep keying in the chat, y'all. We be talking every day lately, like, because I've been missing the girls. So literally, we are still keying in the app, okay? Like for real. So yeah, you're basically using the gifts that God gave you. That's what. Yes. I feel like this is my purpose. I feel like this is my calling. There was a really long time ago, and I might have talked about this a few years ago if you're like an OG subscriber, where I had this moment where I felt like a loser. Like pretty much I felt like just a failure, a loser, because I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. This might have been like at this point, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. I was broke. My credit was horrible. My car was about to be repossessed, girl. I had nothing to my name. I was just a nothing. I was a loser. That's how I felt. And I think it's because I didn't know what my purpose was. Like, I knew it was like hazy. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I liked to do, but I didn't have like clear direction. But I was also really distracted. Some things were going on privately in my private life that was just also distracting me, that I was unhappy with, things like that. But I just didn't know what I wanted to do, and I think that most people are unhappy when they're not sure what this is all for. And so when I was just waking up and doing the same routine every single day, I felt like a loser. I was just like, "What am I supposed to be doing?" And it wasn't until after I had my awakening, and it still took time. I'm not gonna say I woke up one day and I was like, "I know exactly what I'm gonna do," but I had to go through a series of a lot of pain and heartbreak and a series of events that really led me to what my true purpose was. And I had this clear vision because I do truly believe that ideas, any idea that comes to you spontaneously, is a gift. It is a gift and it is your duty to act on it. I feel like it is just the signal that says, "Hey, I'm gonna give you this idea. And if you move towards it, I'm gonna clear the path for you." So now when I get specific ideas that like out of the blue, I'm talking spontaneous, not an idea that I saw somebody else do that popped up on my timeline. I'm talking about me being in the shower, and this idea just popping into my head. Whenever that happens, I roll with it because that is a gift. And that's just God saying, "Hey, here you go. And if you work towards it, I got you, girl. Don't worry about nothing. I'm a clear the path. I'm gonna open up the door so that way we can make this happen. Just move towards it." It always works out for me when I do. I'm not gonna say I'm not scared. I'm just saying that it works. So, you gotta do that. Um let me see. Will I be able to go back from the beginning? I think, yeah, yeah. This live will definitely be saved for sure. I've never had Belgium on my radar until seeing your video. Oh my god, Belgium was crazy. Belgium was a surprise. That's all I can say. I don't think I expected one for it to be as beautiful and as magical looking. It felt like we had been transported to a different time, like, back in the day, but I don't even know how to explain it. But then it was, like, luxurious, like, when we went to the shopping district or whatever, and I didn't vlog that. We were out, girl, we was and then there's Black people out there with money too, like, it was a very interesting to see it, and I loved every bit of it, and that's why I was like, "Yo, I would definitely go back to Belgium." It was beautiful. Beautiful, and I just wish we had a little bit more time there. And if y'all remember, I was sick. I was sick on that trip. I was just trying to hold it together, girl, because I mean, it was like 40 of us, like I just had to be strong, so anyway, but Belgium is nice. I definitely say put it on your list. We had a time out there. The shopping is great. The food is amazing. They stay up all night. They be partying. The Grand Palace or Place area is magical. Um, I didn't have my camera out, but one of the girls who went on the trip with us, Ivory, she hadn't gone. Her sister had gotten sick, so she had stayed back one night, but we had all went to dinner. And while we were walking into dinner and we walked into where we were going to dinner, like that grand place with all of the gold that was on the building, I remember we were talking and she stopped and she was like, and I was like, "Yeah, that's how beautiful it is." Ooh, I'm not me spitting. That's how beautiful and how gorgeous it is. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I am from Jersey, y'all. Trust me when I tell you, I was like, "Ugh." Gorgeous. Beautiful place. Put Belgium on your list. And we went to Bruges. Bruges was cool. It was like a cool little stop if you wanted to do it. Like, we had such a good freaking time. Hey, boo. Melbourne, Australia? Oh my gosh, that is crazy. It looked like a Disney set. Yes, it definitely felt like a Disney set. It's crazy. Like, I don't, y'all should have just seen like how much different places you can eat, and they were up all night, but everybody was super happy. The Belgian waffles. Hmm. You don't need anything on it. I know in the vlog I kind of showed like all the toppings, but if you just get the plain Belgian waffles, that's the way that they eat it there. Delicious. 10 out of 10. Mussels is really big out there. So they are really big with mussels. The mussels were delicious. What else am I trying to think of? What else was really good there? I'm trying to think. Oh, the fries. Oh yeah, the fries. Belgian fries. You just go. That's all I'm gonna say, girl. Go. Take a train, go, enjoy. So much fun. If you want to plan a trip too, Atomic Trips, they're the ones who planned our entire itinerary. Hit them up. You can also do a trip with your people and they will plan the itinerary for you. So keep that in mind. Atomic Trips, 10 out of 10. Service was incredible. Hey, Darlene. Yeah, girl, that the story is crazy. I mean, I wanted to leave it in the vlog so bad, and so whoever catches this live will know about it. But I ended up taking it out because I wasn't sure how much of that I wanted to put out because it was just so crazy, and it's so funny because I feel like the people that I follow and watch and have watched come up on YouTube, there's a reason why I follow them. Each one has had like a little significant like role in me even getting to where I'm getting, you know? So it's interesting and I tend to follow people that I relate to, that I see myself in, or maybe like I don't know if y'all do this, but sometimes no, some of y'all I can tell you do because you'll comment and be like, I would have said the same exact thing. Like we're so similar, right? I know I have some subscribers who think like me, who joke like me. Like I know that I do. So it's the same way when I subscribe to somebody that I like. A lot of times it's because we're similar, right? We're similar. We get the same humor, same mindset, whatever. So that situation was just so odd, so weird, so freaky, but it did let me know, it did reaffirm to me that my mind is extremely powerful. And it's something that I need to keep top of mind so that way, whenever any type of negative like thoughts enter my mind, I just need to, because like negative thinking never got me anywhere. Sulking, being pissed off never got me anywhere. And I don't remember what video I talked about this in, but I had a conversation in one video where I was pretty much saying that I'm the type of person that if I came to you and I told you everything that I've been through in my life, nobody would believe me. Nobody would believe me. I have done a good job of having traumatic things happen to me and just waking up the next day in acceptance of them and not dwelling on them, not thinking about them every single night. Like literally it happening, I'll have one good cry, especially depending on the trauma. You know, there's been so many different things, but depending on how bad it was, yeah, I might have like a Tyler Perry, like in the shower, like I'll have that moment. After that, I'm done. I get into bed. And the next morning, I will reset my mindset because, like, that's how you get depressed. The more you think about things that happened in the past, that is depression. And if you're thinking about things that you think might happen in the future, that's anxiety, right? And so for me, the key is staying present. And I'm so grateful for my ability to stay present. But like, if right now I was like, let me tell you everything that happened to me over the past 5 years, nobody would believe me because they'd be like, well, that's not what grief looks like. And that's what it looks like when you know how to stay present and you know how to not like identify with what happened to you. I have mastered not identifying with the things that have happened to me. It's just a thing that happened to me, but it's not who I am. It doesn't define me. And I don't have to sit in it and be like, well, I'm not having a good year because this happened to me 7 years ago. I don't have to do that. And I've chosen not to. It doesn't mean that it didn't hurt. It doesn't mean that it didn't affect me. It doesn't mean that every now and again it doesn't pop in my mind. I'm like, ugh, but what am I about to do about it? I can't change it. So I don't dwell on it. I just don't think about it. That has been literally what has saved my mindset, you know? So when people are like, why didn't so and so tell her story 8 years ago? Da, 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 I shut the hell up, y'all. I shut the hell up because I'm like, y'all would never believe anything. Y'all would go back, you would be looking for stories and videos and posts and be like, she looked like she was happy around nobody would believe me because I don't really present the way in which most people who are going through something traumatic present. I dust myself off and I move on with the day. I have children. I got responsibilities. Like, I don't have time to be walking around, moping around. My kids, as far as they're concerned, aside from things that have happened that I just couldn't prevent them from seeing or knowing, other than that, every single day, no matter what happens to me, I still woke up every single morning, kissed my kids, say, I love you, have a great, beautiful day. Never, ever have I ever took out on my kids what was going on with me. Ever. I just don't do that. I don't do that. If they heard my story, they'd be like, "What?" My kids would not believe it, you know? Anyway, let me read this. Let me read some comments. Thank you so much on the congratulations for the 90K. Like, that came up quick, girl. My mom whoops me just for having emotions. I hate to hear that. So you go straight to survival. Like, what do I do to make it better? Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate to hear that. Like, you know, being a parent is a whole nother story because I know everybody's doing this thing called life for the first time, so I get it, but I hate to hear that because I think at the end of the day, kids are just kids, and what I did with my kids as a parent is anything that happened to me that I didn't necessarily like as a child, I don't do to my kids. I remember the things that I didn't like as a child, so I try to those were things that I said to myself, like, when I'm a mom, I'm not going to do that, and that's what I do. I'm blend to my daughter. Oh, yeah. But you know what? You are doing this life for the first time. Awareness, though, is huge. And the fact that you have awareness and you still have time with your daughter, you still have time to fix it, sis. So don't feel guilty. Just you know what's going on, and all you could do is make amends and have an honest conversation with her. But don't beat yourself up because that's kind of like how life goes. And genetics is really important here, and you can well, that's a whole different story. I don't want to get into that, but there are some books that you could read about really reprogramming your mindset, and there's been like studies shown that reprogramming your mindset can also kind of like alter genes and genetics and things like that, which is the reason why I'm so hell bent on making sure I try to instill some things on my kids, especially before they procreate and stuff like that, because you could literally pass down so much trauma in your genes, if that makes sense, and some of it you just can't help and it'll show up in your children. So, this life is a really crazy, crazy thing. But I definitely wanted to get on here and also do like a Q&A because I feel like I do have a lot of viewers who do want more out of their life, and I want to be able to talk about that a little bit more. I wanted to open up with the story about Mexico because now I'm just starting to feel like before I'm like, can I really speak about this? Can I speak to this? I feel like now I can speak to this, right? Like I feel like y'all have really seen my life transform over the last few years. And there was a few years that you didn't even see, right? There was a few years that I was really getting better and better and better and having great moments that wasn't captured on camera because I wasn't vlogging. But I am feeling more and more confident in saying I can speak to this and I have learned some things and I want to share those things with you guys. So I'm here to pretty much do that. Now, I do want to talk about the app a little bit because I dropped this app and then I have been working so much, y'all. I got videos coming. Y'all see I did not post yesterday that I haven't even been able to promote it like I want to, but considering the promotional period is ending on the 8th, I did want to get up here for those who want to join the app. Now is really the time, but I wanted to talk more about the app, how it works, and just how cool it is. It is so cool. First of all, my channel really is about transformation. So the app is about transformation. The thing about the app is it's tailored to you, it's personalized to you. So it's going to show you and give you actionable steps based on what you tell it you want to do. So, or what you want to accomplish. And you can tell it anything. Like, for instance, my app knows what my goals are for YouTube. Okay. It knows how I want to schedule out my content. It knows that I want to lose an additional 15 pounds. It knows that I want to make sure my skin is clear. It knows that I want my teeth to be sure. Like, it knows everything. and you can give it more context. You can go into, there's a literal coaching chat portion within the app that even after you do your onboarding and you say what you want, you can go in and you can readjust things, so it readjusts your plans. It's by semesters, so it's pretty much breaking down in 90-day increments what your goal is. So it'll ask you, what is your goal within the next 90 days? If you tell it, I want to lose 15 pounds, it doesn't have to be about weight, mind you, but I'm just giving you an example. Mine does have fitness, weight loss in it. Today, I had a workout video pop up so that way I can do my workout for the day. It has these non-negotiables in there for me to do in order for me to hit my goal. And I can go in and check it off day to day. You can also set how many minutes per day you're willing to invest in your transformation. So if you can only invest 30 minutes a day, it's going to give you actionable steps that you can do within that time frame. You can also let it know whether or not you have any constraints. Maybe you're a single mom. Maybe you work certain days of the week and you're only off this many days of the week. So you have more time Monday through Friday at this time, but on the weekends, maybe you work it. You can tell it anything, and it's going to build your schedule around that. And every day you're going to get an actionable step, and it knows like, hey, you're short on time this day because on these days you take your daughter to ballet lessons. I want y'all to know how detailed this is and how serious you can take it. And it really is about showing up every single day and doing it. I also have affirmations in there as well. So that way, if you're somebody who you just can't remember to do your daily affirmations, it's going to remind you in the app. And it's not 10. It's like 3 major ones. I do have one that shows up every single day. It's a money affirmation. I don't play about that affirmation. Me and my mom say it every single day. And although I'm not going to get on here and disclose how well it's working for me, let me just tell you it's working well. Like, let me just tell you it's working well. I'm just going to say that. Like, the opportunities that have come to me in the past, I think I've been doing it now for that specific affirmation for a couple months. I remember when I found it and I was like, I'm going to say that I'm going to test it for 7 days. Y'all, I can't give specific. I hope y'all believe me. Just know I have no reason to lie. I have nothing to gain either by telling y'all to do this. I have nothing to gain. You're the just try it is all I can really say. I just know that it has really significantly changed some things for me that I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna keep on doing it because it's working, you know. And when one opportunity leaves, another one pops up in the nick of time. And I just feel like, I don't know if that's just coincidence. I just think it's how I'm designing my life. I feel like I'm designing my life based on how I think, what I say, and what I impress upon my mind. So if you're someone who forget to do these things, if you forget to kind of journal what your feelings are, you can literally go in the app and it's going to tell you, hey, take about 3 minutes to reflect on your day. What worked out? What didn't work out? What do you hope to accomplish the next day? That's literally built into the app. If you don't feel like typing, you can literally record a voice note, tell it, like record it into the app, and it's going to understand what you said. And it's going to be like, all right, cool. And that's how it kind of sets you up for the next day. It is, girl, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I really love the app. Let me not say toot my own horn. I just think it's cool. I love it. I'm obsessed. Let me read some comments. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go back. Let me go back. Yeah, I do my best to keep any drama away from my kids, and they are adults, 19 to 20s. Yes, important. Yes, I started signing up, but I have to finish. Yes, 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 yes. If you can do it before the 8th, you'll get the special. So I would love everybody to be able to get it at the founder's rate. The channel came at a perfect time, wanting to find my way, but to be an empty nester, single after 25 years, I feel your pain, girl. I'm 47 and feel 27 again. Yes, honey. I'm so happy. Yeah, like I feel like this is the best I have ever felt. There's a level of freedom that I have right now and happiness, true joy that I choose every single day. This is the best it has ever been, but I'm so intentional about it. So I'm so glad that you found my channel and I get you. We're similar in age. So yeah, I have a son that's going to college this upcoming year. I have one last one, but like this past weekend, I had no kids. The dog wasn't even with me, y'all. It felt so weird, even though I stayed in the whole weekend working like great, like a mad woman. It just was like, it was so peaceful. So, yeah, we have so much more travel and stuff to do. I also want to start like enjoying my city, my area, the way that I enjoy traveling. Like really just getting up and exploring Atlanta, different places, different coffee shops, restaurants, brunches, the same way that I do when I'm on vacation. So we'll see how that goes. I'm so grateful now that abundance comes to me easily and effortlessly on a consistent and daily basis. Yes, girl, that is the one. Write it down, say it every day, 3 to 4 times a day, or whenever you remember to say it. I'm telling you, I feel like test it for 7 days and do not, and I mean, do not let any negative thoughts linger in your mind. You got to try to be super aware of your thoughts. This is so important. A lot of people are asleep. A lot of people are sleeping. They're walking around sleep and they're extremely distracted. So they are not aware of their thoughts. They're not aware of their actions. A perfect way for you to kind of start to be aware of your actions is if you are driving and you have road rage and you recognize the road rage and you be like, oh, I'm tripping. That's you starting to be more aware of yourself. You got to be more aware of yourself because if you can be aware of the fact that you're having a negative thought, then you can change the thought. So, no negative thoughts. Don't entertain a negative thought at all, ever. Sweep it away and say that affirmation along with others that you might need for whatever reason, whatever aligns with your goals. But I feel like everybody has money goals. Yeah, some people don't. Some people could care less. They're all right with making what they're making. They don't want more. They don't want less. And that's totally fine. That's okay. Me, however, I want as much abundance as possible. Keep the money rolling because I'll be completely honest with you. My nervous system was a wreck when I didn't have money. So while money doesn't make you happy, so to speak, like it having money, being able to afford to pay all of my bills, like I have a senior, okay? The senior dues, driving lessons, AP. I had gotten a random invoice for $100 for an AP exam, okay? I've got another kid that's asking me for stuff here and there, or if I need to lend somebody money because it's a major emergency, or if my car has a major issue and I need to pay it, being able to pay it is something in which, like, I can't explain that level of freedom. And so, me personally, while money is not everything, I want more of it. So, I'm always going to speak that affirmation. So, it's working for me, girl. It's working for me. Yeah, okay, let me see. Can somebody drop that in the chat? It is in the chat. How do but I want to let me okay, hold on. Hold on, girl. I got you, girl. Let me see. Can I hold on? Hold on, because this is important. If there's now, if there's typos in here, y'all gonna have to let that go, okay? I really recommend saying it just like this and not changing the words because it's said in a way in which it's literally bringing in abundance to you daily. So try your best to say it exactly like this. Don't change the words. It might seem simple and not a big deal, but it is a big deal, okay? Let me see if I can pin it. Replace pin message, okay. Okay. It's up there. So the message is pinned. Say that every single day. And so that's also in the app. It's going to remind you every day to say it every single day along with other affirmations. And yeah, I mean, it just has everything. The app is cool. I love it. And so a thing that I am testing right now, and y'all let me know if you guys would be down for this because y'all know I love a challenge. I love a challenge. But I'm thinking about including a challenge within the app. Pretty much 30, 60, or 90 days. You can pretty much choose, but it'll ask you if you want to opt into the app. And this is us getting on our 10K. So we're walking, we're working out, we're doing all the things. And then it'll compound over time because it's like a glow up challenge, so to speak. So it's not just health and fitness. It will start to add on to other things because transformation is the name of the game. If you know me, or if you don't know, or if you're new to this channel, I play the game of life. Life to me is a game. It's an experience to be had, and figured I'm going to play this game to win. So I don't necessarily wake up every single day trying to change everybody on the planet. I'm trying to exist as much as I can in a way in which I can experience life the way that I please, right? So I play the game. I know how people react to you and certain things, like I looking good matters, dressing well matters, presenting yourself a particular way really can like alter the trajectory of your life because you can get a little bit more opportunities and stuff when you present yourself a certain way. It's not something that everybody has to do. I think everybody can do whatever they want to. I've just noticed a huge difference in my life and how my life goes when I dress well, present myself well, when I smell good, when I look good, when I'm about 15 pounds lighter. People just treat you differently. And it's an unfortunate realization, if I'm being honest. It really does make me sad because I feel like we're really getting judged on how we look. Hands down, point blank, period. Is human nature. And so I know that it's like part of the game. And so I play the game. So I play the game. So within the app, if you're interested in having a full on glow up, if you're interested in creating a skincare routine, you can do that. You can let it know that you want to create a skincare routine. You can tell it what your budget is, how much you're willing to invest per month in order for you to do that. It will give you skincare recommendations based on your budget, even grooming. Like if let's say if you have a budget about $150 a month and you want to do grooming, it'll give you product recommendations for you to do grooming at home so that way you're not spending tons of money, because honestly not having a lot of money is not an excuse not to take care of yourself. Because even when I did not have much money, I'm still going to take care of myself. There's so many ways to do it based on budget. And then we're all on, obviously everybody's different. Some people might have more funds than others. So if you're willing to spend $2,500 a month on your grooming, on your skincare, on your hair, all that stuff, it's in the app along with product recommendations. So for me right now, I'm focused on my skincare. I've given it a budget. It's saying, hey, this is what you want to do to target your hyperpigmentation. It's giving me products that I've already mentioned that I like and that I use. It's so cool. It's so cool. I'm so excited. As you can tell, I'm so excited. So excited. Um Let me go back and read. I need to know about this app. What did I miss? Oh, yes, boo. So I launched the app on the 28th of April. It's the It Girl University app, and it's linked in the description box. When you go through there, you can kind of like walk through like an onboarding, and it'll let you know like what kind of a plan. You can tell it what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and it'll create a plan for you. It's really cool. I'm going to be talking about it so much more. And I literally use the app every day. The app is on my phone. I'm getting notifications. I'm getting all the things for the girls there's so many girls who have signed up, and I want to thank you guys. I'm so excited, which is why I'm thinking about doing this challenge. I haven't published it in the app yet. But I'm just trying to test it. I'm testing it daily just to see what pops up so I can tweak it. But I really want to launch a challenge. I'm just excited about stuff like that so that way we can knock out the next 6 months together and we can see like some change, because a lot can happen in 6 months, you know? Let me see. I wish I was in my car. I saw the challenge offerings when I was signing up. Love that. Oh, that's awesome. I wish I was in my car right now because I typed that affirmation out Cut it out and typed it in the spot. Yes, I see and save it. I love that. Yes. Just say it every day, y'all. Just try it. Just humor me. You don't cost nothing to say it. It really, really doesn't. But I'm glad you guys are saving it. I figured out the game of life. Yeah. Girl, listen, I really feel like I figured it out. I feel like I figured it out and it feels incredible. That alone makes me wake up and smile. I kid you not. That's why I say, can't nobody. I have, I'm not saying I don't have bad days or I don't have days where I'm just kind of like, ugh, but that's why awareness is a gift. I'm so grateful when I have a moment. I get emotional when I have a moment of awareness. When I have a moment of awareness and I'm just kind of like, hey, you're thinking negative, and I snap out of it, I am so great. I could cry because I'm like, "Ooh, thank God, girl." Because if you would have let that just linger on day to day, your life would just, you know what I'm saying? And I used to be addicted to negative thinking. I used to be addicted to but this happened to me. And I'm so sad about it. And that's the reason why I'm just not performing because this happened to me. And because this happened to me, I can't perform. Like, and I'm not mocking anybody who feels like that. I just remember what it feels to feel like that, but it never did anything for me. It never, uh, I feel like I was almost personally, this is me. I'm not saying this is how other people feel or what their motive is, but I almost feel like I was doing it for pity. I was doing it so somebody could feel sorry for me. I was doing it and reminding people that something happened to me. That's why I'm not doing well in life. And don't you just understand? I was doing that so people can give me a pass at being mediocre. That was me. I'm not projecting this on other people. That was my reasoning for doing it. It's like, let me remind you that I'm a victim. So that way, when you see me not performing, not being my best, not showing up, being lazy, not reaching my goals, you can remember and say, but she's been through something. It was a way in which I could move through life mediocre and pray that nobody like called me on my shit. And that realization was like, I can't do that no more. That's me personally. I'm not saying that's how other people feel. And I know how it feels to be riddled with grief. But when I realized that that was my reason for doing it overall, whether I understood that at that time or not, I realized I was just using what had happened to me in the past as an excuse. It was an excuse because it had already happened and I didn't have to be defined by it, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so now when I have a moment of awareness and I'm not just locked in the cycle of constantly thinking about all the negative things that have happened to me, it's the reason why I don't really doom scroll on the internet. I don't really watch the news, which I know is kind of controversial. And people are like, you gotta understand what's going on. If y'all only knew that there's a lot of propaganda out there, I don't think people be taking it as seriously as they should. But there's a lot of propaganda, y'all. And the more collectively as a whole that we give into these things, the more we make it a reality. And I don't want to be part of that collective. So I don't really indulge. Like I'm telling y'all, every single time that Trump has almost been assassinated, somebody else has told me. The alerts don't even come up on my phone. That's how I built my algorithm brick by brick. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I do that because I cannot take on the weight of the world. It will affect me, you know? Let me see. A lady said this the other day on an interview and it really transformed my mindset. She said, "You can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare, period." She said, "I started to get ready even to go to the gym, period." You look good, Raquel. You be looking good. I'm going to tell you that. Love your vlogs too. Like your editing is, chef's kiss. I really need to get on my editing game. I want to take a really in-depth course. I'm really looking for that. If I can find an in-depth course, I'm cashing out on it. I'm at the point where I don't even care how much it costs. I just want to be a beast at it, you know? That's a really good saying though. You can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. Ain't that the truth? We could be fine in 6 months. Do y'all know what we can accomplish in 6 months? 3 months. 3 months. Fine. And that's the goal. And we can't just be fine though. It's not just be fine. It's like be fine, but be good people too. Like we gotta remember that part. Hold on, y'all. It's my baby. Hey, Papa. What's up, honey bun? The salsa? No, you can have it, baby. All right. Love you. All right. All right. Bye bye. Girl, I made some fresh salsa today. My kids were like, make more of that. Make more of that. Make it now. So tomorrow I got to go to Publix and get some more tomatoes and cilantro and all of that stuff, girl. Now I really want to put my foot in it and play around with it. That salsa was so good. But anyway, okay. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. The victim mentality, been there. But now I look at it as didn't happen to me. Yes, yes, yes. So important to change the narrative around whatever's happened. I've had some really messed up things happen to me. And then 3 years later, realize how it kind of changed the trajectory of my life and how there was a positive at the end of it. And I'll be like, damn, can you imagine if that never happened? I wouldn't be here. And then that's why now I'd be like, it's cool. It's cool. I this might hurt right now, but I'm gonna find out later on why this is happening. I'm gonna find out later on, like everything that's happening to me. There was a moment, 20, was it 2023? It had to be. I don't think I was vlogging. I was not consistent on YouTube. I might have only, maybe I had posted my Denver vlog, but I was not. I think I posted my Denver vlog and checked out. All right. But I remember one night I was having a really bad night. This was like one of those nights, and I was in the shower and I was boo-hoo crying. I'm talking about snot, hyperventilating, okay? Because within a 6-month span, I think I had gotten panic attacks, which have never suffered from panic attacks, but I was suffering panic attacks and they were so severe. The way I had to calm myself down, like it was crazy. And I remember crying one day in the shower, like super, like real dramatic, crying. And then out of nowhere, there was this sense of peace. I'm talking about, I feel like the tears immediately dried up. And it was just this, it was like a download that was like stand up. This isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. Trust the process. And I stood up in the shower. Ugh, I'm gonna get emotional when I think about this. I don't even know if I should finish the story. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. One, just thinking about it just brought me back to that day. This is the reason why I don't like to think negative, right? It's not that I'm thinking negative, it's just the fact that that brought back the instance, right? But I'm gonna push through this because this is important. I remember just standing up in the shower and my tears just dried up. Like I wiped my face, I got out of the shower, and I kept repeating what I had like heard in my mind, which was this isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. Trust the process. And I repeated it about 5 or 6 different times that night, and I'll never forget it. I remember so much so that my ex was like, why do you keep saying that? Like, why are you saying that? And I was like, because that's what's in my head. That nothing is happening to me, it's happening for me. And I need to just chill and stop crying and fighting it, resisting it basically. Because that's what I was doing. I was like resisting it. And I just let go. And so it's not like the pain stopped. It's not like the bad things stopped. They progressed. They got bad. But I would just take it on the chin and I would wake up the next day and I would do what I needed to do. And around that time, I was really not plotting, but planning. I was getting more of a vision of what my purpose was. That's when I started building the It Girl University. I had lost my initial website, the It Girl Guide, which I had had for almost 20 years. I had lost that website. And at that point, these downloads and ideas started coming to me. And instead of me crying about everything that was happening and just dwelling on the ugliness that was going on at that time, I just locked the fuck in. I just locked in. And I was like, now I see it clearer. Like more and more and more, I realized that these things were happening to me so I could understand how to communicate to other people that were going through it, how to deal with it. I certainly am not the only person who was dealing with what I was dealing with. And I don't have to say what I was dealing with to be able to communicate to you how you can deal with bad things that are happening in your life, because bad things are happening to everybody. Like life is always going to life. But I think if we knew how to navigate it better, we can still accomplish our goals. Or if it was just for me to be a representation of somebody who was in a situation that was not in a good situation and wanted to get out of it and doing it scared. I was scared as shit, y'all. I don't even think y'all understand how scared I was. I didn't think I was gonna be able to afford my house by myself. My mortgage is high. My mortgage is crazy. I bought at the height of the real estate market crashing, really. And I was afraid, but I was afraid and I did it anyway, you know? And so the vision became more and more clear. So the more that I trusted the process, the more the vision became clear. And yeah, I mean, I've been working on this positive thinking situation ever since I stood up in the shower that day. I'm talking about being really consistent with it, because if that had happened to me the year prior to, I would not be here today. If I Because I would have been dwelling on all of the things that was constantly happening, I would not have pushed forward, but I was going through bullshit and I was waking up the next day hitting the ground running. That's why I say nobody would believe me. No, and I don't care, but nobody would believe the stuff that I endured, but still got up every single day, took my kids to school, worked full time, commuted 3 hours a day, came here, filming videos, editing them. Nobody would believe what I was going through. But if I could do that, other people could do that. There's nothing special about me that nobody else could do that, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like I found out what my purpose was, you know, and I'm grateful for that. And it is my duty to share what I have learned and like the game. Like I figured out the game. And the game, the number one rule is positive thinking. The number one rule is being a good person. Like, and it's being a good person when nobody is watching. Okay. Like it's not being performative. It's not looking like you're the good person when someone else is around and then being real sly and corny and vindictive and mean and ugly and an internet keyboard warrior when nobody that's it's never going to work for you. It's never going to work for you. It ain't never going to work. It's being a good person even when nobody is looking. Okay, so yeah, the looks are cute, smelling good, dressing well, all of that. But please take the opportunity to just be a good person. If you're judging people, you're projecting. I don't know if y'all understand that. You're projecting, especially if you don't know somebody, you know? So that's why I try my best not to judge. I know it's like we're only human, but even when I see the craziest thing, even if it's something that I would never do, I do not get on here and be like, you just, it, it don't, everybody is on a different path and a different journey. If you would have met me 20 years ago, you might be like, girl, what are you doing? I was a completely different person at 25 than I am today. I have made mistakes. I have been mean. I have said nasty things. I have been a different person before, you know? But as I grew up and realized that eh, this is not serving me, being this way is kind of weird, kind of crazy. I just changed it. I I just changed it. I just changed, you know? And so now what's important to me is being a good person when nobody is around. There's just the other day I was talking to a friend of mine and they were saying something that they did. It was something that they did, not scammy, but it was about something they did when they'll return something and they'll swap out something they did. It's probably a really small thing to so many people. And I was like, oh my God, I could never. And they were like, oh, nobody would ever know. I'm like, I would know. I wouldn't even be able to sleep at night. I was like, my hands would be shaking. Like this version of Natalie could never, because I feel like my karma would come back at some point. I don't know when, but my karma would come back at some point. Okay. I have stolen in the past. I remember back in the day when I was like young, like super duper young. Even stealing something that was $10, I feel like I would feel that karma at some point. Like if I stole something that was $10, I was gonna lose $100. That's why I do not play. I'm talking about stealing from like a store, like a little store or something like that. When I was super young, like 15, 16. I don't play. I don't play around. Like what I do, I feel like comes right back to me and I am strict with it. Therefore, I am not ugly. I am not mean to people. I don't talk about people. I don't talk about people's looks. I don't talk about people's appearance. I try not to talk about people's kids, their parenting style. None of that. None of that is my business because everybody's on a different path and a different journey. Like I was on a different path and a different journey. And to judge somebody where they're at right now is just not fair, you know? So anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Okay, let me go back and read some. Let me read some comments. Good evening, ladies. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Okay. Hi, Natalie. Good evening. Hey, Angela. 30 days. We can do anything for 30 days. Yes, we can. I agree. I actually, because I was going to do the 75 a line, but I was like, you know what? There's something about 30-day increments that seems so doable that I feel like that's better, you know? So, yes to 30 days. Yay, Mrs. Easter, you started today. I love it. Ah, so excited. A challenge sounds amazing. Definitely going to do it. Oh my God, I'm so glad you got the app, clever girl. Yes, we are going to be so fine at the end of the year. We're going to be accomplishing our goals. This is the thing. This is the key too. Let me show you guys. There's a chat. So for the girls who have joined the app, let me pull it up. I want to show you guys. So if you have the app, there is a button here that there's a coach. You can go in here and you can give the coach more you could literally chit chat and talk and give more context and readjust your plan or add anything to your plan that you might not have mentioned during your onboarding. And you can get extremely specific. Don't leave any details out. Go in so it knows how to prioritize your daily tasks. It's so important. Even if, let's say, like for instance, you want to make sure, let's say you have a routine in the morning that you want to stick to. Maybe that's just waking up, making your bed, making sure that you do a specific skincare routine. Maybe you're treating something, right? So you'll say, hey, these are the 3 things that I want to do every single morning. It's going to create that checklist for you. That's specific to you. You're going to make your bed. You're going to do whatever that skincare routine is because you have this condition you're trying to treat and you need a reminder to lock into it because I don't know if y'all understand just how important it is. Being consistent will really change everything. Like consistency is key. I have learned that like sticking with something for 90 days is key. So tell it exactly what you want your morning ritual to be. Don't be afraid to go in there and tell it. Don't just say, "Oh, I don't know, this isn't working for me because this doesn't have that." You can tell it. You can redirect it. You can be like, hey, this is what I want to remember every single day. This is what I want my nightly routine to look like. Remind me of that every day. Does that make sense? It's really cool. I'm going to constantly get on here and just kind of remind you guys about that because it's easy, I think, to get into something and not understand like the details of it. And then you feel like it's not working for you. But we can do anything for 30 days. We can do anything for 30 days. We can do anything for 60 days. We can do anything for a year, to be honest, but give it some time. Like, I definitely used to be the person who wanted instant gratification. I'm not, I don't think I've ever led y'all to believe there wasn't this. I used to want things immediately. Okay. The way that I understand now that you just got to stay the course and stay consistent, the time is going to go by anyway. Wouldn't you rather know that while the time was going by, you at least stayed consistent to at least one thing that was important to you and you saw the results of it? You'd understand the importance of that. It would really change everything for you. It really, really would. I am a former lazy girl. I am a former quitter. Okay. It took me getting into something, seeing The results come from just staying consistent and not wanting to like break a promise to myself in order for me to see how important it is to just stay the course and stay consistent. And not be afraid of hard work. Y'all remember when Kim Kardashian got online and was like, "Nobody wants to work," and everybody ripped her to shreds? I understood that from a different perspective. I don't think it was from a perspective that nobody wants to get up and clock in. I've always had a job, except for like a 2-year span around that time that I told you I felt like a loser. That was the time that I was at home, with my kids and stuff like that. But other than that, I've been working since I was 14 years old. I've always loved to have a job, get up, clocked in. And when I was at work, I was a good employee. So it wasn't that I ever didn't want to work. I feel like that message specifically was about being willing to work hard for yourself, for something that you wanted, for something you wanted to grow. Because I think it's easy to clock in at 8 a.m. for a job that's going to pay you, clock out at 5, and that's it. But a lot of people, and I was one of these people, I didn't want to do anything outside of that. It was too much, it was too hard. But I wanted like, what came along with that, though, I wanted a nicer house, I wanted a nicer car, I was y'all, I don't think y'all understand, must I remind you, we were bouncing checks monthly to pay our rent. I don't think y'all get it. I tell y'all a lot of my business because I do not care, like, I do not care because I know I'm not the only one, okay? Literally was bouncing checks on a monthly basis, so my rent was always $100 more because we already knew the check was going to not come clear. But I knew I wanted more out of life, but the thought of having to do all that work, I didn't want to do it. Right. So when Kimberly got online, it was like they were literally asking her, like, what's the key to your success? And she's like, nobody wants to work. You got to work. She wasn't talking about people who don't want to be entrepreneurs. The people who wanted financial freedom and who want to be entrepreneurs, a lot don't know what it takes to be an entrepreneur and what it takes to really work and work hard. When you work for yourself, you work harder than you would ever work when you work for somebody else. It's just the truth. So I say that to say I was once that girl who didn't want to work. I'm not afraid to say it. But if I could change, anybody can change. Like, I feel like I was a lost cause, girl. Talk about a lazy girl. Lazy. I didn't lack ambition. I was ambitious, but I was lazy. Okay. When I thought of the work that it took, when it was like, I want to do this, but it's going to take me about what, 3, 4, 5 years to see success. Not realizing that the time was going to go by anyway. The minute I changed that perspective, my life changed. The time going to go by anyway. So what would you rather in 5 years be where you want to be, or just in the same exact place? I refuse for y'all to be in the same exact place. If you're somewhere where you don't want to be, that is. I feel like we could always have room to grow. And I feel like it's human nature to want to grow. Am I the only one who feels like that? Does anybody not want to grow, be better, learn more, have better experiences? I do know people who don't want to leave Atlanta. I know people who are like, I have zero desire to leave the country, and that's okay. But for those of us who want more, they want to see more, they just they don't believe that they can, or they're so engulfed in their present situation that they don't even think that it's possible for them. I hope to change that mindset. I see a lot of comments in videos like, I want to go to this trip, but I can't. It'd be the trip next year. And we're already saying it's impossible. I want to change that mindset, because that mindset is whatever you think is true. So if you think I'm not going to be able to go on that trip, you're absolutely right. Whereas though me, there's been times in my life where I'm like, I want that. I don't care how I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. And I get it, even when it feels impossible. The mindset, girl. So important. Okay, let's see. I feel that so deep. Panicking, anxiety is so real. Yes, girl. Glad I got this. I love that challenge idea. I will definitely get the app to participate. Yay, Avril. I love that. How late am I? Oh my god, we started at like 7 something, but I think that this I think this is gonna save and you'll be able to catch the live back. I hope everybody catches it back because this I feel like some good information in here. I'm having it and I allow it. Feel it and just repeat it. You are safe. Yes, I love that. I was like, bring it on and fought the pain, fears, depression like it was an enemy in the 10th grade. Period. Hey, Neek. Hey, Boo. Hey, Glamlux. My 2 cents, a demo video of you using the app will help.
The album Hank Williams' The Greatest Hits Collection by
Hey,
Hank Williams.
okay, Google. Stop. Yes, Jessica, I will. I'm actually going to be using it. Hey, Google. Cancel. Girl, Google is crazy now. Yes, I'm going to show the app. I'm going to show me going through a day, all that stuff. I promise y'all. I'm going to, because I want to show you the magic of the app. So, absolutely coming, because it's so, I don't think y'all understand how good it is. When I tell you I'm excited, like I'm excited to be using the app because I just feel the like. Plus, I'm that weirdo. I like streaks, you know? I like to see something that says you've been consistent for this amount of days. Like it all of that is in the app. You know what I mean? Where it's gonna be like, you've been consistent, you've done this for I love stuff like that. I need stuff like that. That's why I like the Apple Watch and I love rings and closing rings. Like I'm that girl. So yes, I got you, Jessica, and definitely that is gonna be coming. Girl, my fitness coach says I'm the worst. I be fighting me up. Like, girl, I don't have to work out and I just be rebellious against me. Yeah, you know what? I feel like so I'm definitely also a recovering self-sabotager too. And it's still something I struggle with and I try not to go back to is self-sabotaging. And that's probably one of the hardest things to do is just not sabotage yourself. And I do think that a lot of times when we do that, there's some sort of underlying thing going on. Still trying to wrap my mind around exactly why we self sabotage. But yeah, I totally relate to that though. Let me see, Natalie, what were the actual steps? Because I'm working 12-hour days full time and I'm a mom, 2 boys, so I'm tired and I feel like I'm getting by. Actual steps about what? I need a little bit more context and I might have missed a comment. I'm sorry, boo. Honey, try to get, I need more context. Hey, Claudine. Yes, girl. Not Google responding. Let me not say his name too loud. And my Google is now like the upgraded Google, like the Gemini Google. His voice is so calm. The way he be talking to me, he'd be like, "Let me know if you need me to do this for you." I'm like, "You sound a little sexy, Google." I told it to turn the temperature down up here, and the way that it says it is just so crazy. I'm trying to get used to it, but anywho. Oh, your Google responded. That is so funny. That's so weird. What did I say? I don't even remember saying Google's name. Yes, I love award streaks. That is my thing. Like I am addicted to they make those apps for me. I'm like, y'all know I am such a like rewards person. I don't know why. All right, Natalie, when will you do? Okay, let me see. Do a new gym reveal. I'm itching for you to show it because soon. In the next maybe 3 videos, I'm gonna be showing you guys the gym. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Y'all have no idea. Um, I'm also gonna be doing like I got new furniture, y'all. Dang, I haven't even talked to you. I got new furniture and everything. I've got like new nightstands. I don't know if y'all see. I got new nightstands, girl. I'm about to be doing a whole room makeover. I have so much stuff going on. I'm definitely not going to be going out of town. At least I don't think so for the next almost 2 months or so because I got a lot going on and I just want to concentrate on it. Let me see. I've never thought about it that way. I'm 57 and starting to think it's too late, but it's not. It's not. It's not too late. I do you know how long I've been thinking it's too late? I've been thinking the it's too late since I was in my late 20s. I thought my it's too late self into not starting anything significant until I was in my 40s, which is okay, but it's never too late. And there's so many instances of people starting big things later on in life. And when you think about it, there's no better time, right? We've got so much wisdom. We've learned so many lessons. Sometimes we're in something we got to get out of. I truly, this is no shade to my ex, mind you. I have no ill will towards my ex at all. But I almost feel like I'm not sure I would be in the position that I'm in right now had I still been in that situation. And sometimes we just got to get out of certain situations in order for us to get our blessings too, like, right? Like, because I don't think I was living in alignment with what I was supposed to be doing, right? So, like I said, it's not shade to my ex. I just think I wasn't in alignment with where I needed to be and how I needed to be living my life. And so I had to get out of the situation because then my mindset would be clear, more positive, and I needed that in order to do what I'm doing today, you know? So it's never too late. It is never, we have got to get out of that mindset of that it's too late. Like I said, I've been thinking that way since I was in my late 20s. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. And then I remember being 35 and thinking, oh no, it's too late. Girl, only to still start in my 40s, you know? So no, it's never too late. We just got to start right now. Whatever it is that you want to do, you know? I was like, who's that man talking to you? Like, who is that? He's got a nice voice, I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. Hey, Raquel, love your vlogs. Isn't her vlogs good? Like her editing and stuff is so engaging. Like I'm always looking at her editing, like, wow, it's so good. I really want to work on that because it's so good. I mean, okay, I meant the steps of working harder, but actually getting results. I feel like I have no time after my full time. I get that. I see what you're saying because you're working 12 hours, right? How many days a week are you working? And you know the thing too, because I feel you on that. Like I really do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not saying that this is a healthy thing. And I don't want this to like I don't necessarily feel like people need to burn out in order to see some sort of success. I'm just gonna speak for myself and say, in order for me to see the level of success that I needed to see, I needed to be uncomfortable for a little bit. And I made a pact to be uncomfortable. And yeah, I had some moments where I would like crash. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I had some moments where I would just crash. And I don't know if you guys can remember in my early vlogs, there was a lot of times where I'd be like, I'm so tired, you guys. That's because I was tired, you know? So much so that there was some complaints. Girls like, you always tired, you always tired. Yeah, that's because I was commuting an hour and a half to work up and back. I was still coming home. I was still taking care of the kids. I was still having to cook. I still had to take care of the house and the home. I was still filming. I was still editing. And I'd be up all night sometimes trying to make sure that a video went live for y'all on Sundays. And then I was just still dealing with life. And so, but I had to make a choice. I made a choice to kind of sacrifice on other things. Like when I quit my job, I remember sitting at dinner with my mom and both of my kids, and I cried because I was so like I could see it now. My oldest son getting up because I started to break down, and he came up to me and he gave me a hug because I felt so guilty. I felt like I had checked out for a year, you know what I mean? And so I was constantly apologizing to my kids saying, "Please like bear with me. I'm so sorry. Like I know that I'm so like focused on this, but trust me, right?" And so when I finally quit my job, I was like, "Oh my God, like thank y'all for being patient with me." And like it took a level of sacrifice. That's all I can say. And I think that if you are working 12-hour days, you can choose to block out some time that you are willing to put towards whatever your goal is and just sticking to it. And just sticking to it. I realized that I can push through just about anything. I really proved that in Paris when I was sick as a dog, y'all. Nobody knew it. Nobody knew it. I pushed through. I got up. I pushed through. I came through. When I can. I'm sure my energy wasn't as high as it could be, but I pushed through and I realized that I can push through anything. And I feel like I feel like as women, we do have that power. There's a lot of things we do, especially if we have kids, that we do for our kids when we're tired or not. If you show up in the way that you show up for your kids, for yourself, you'd move mountains. That's the best way I can say that to you. Let me see. Let me read some. I feel like I missed something. Natalie, I love your bedside chats. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, I love the bedside chats. I love that you guys love the bedside chats too. And yes, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the home. Like, oh, my house is going to be so much more like me, and I'm really excited because I have not put myself, like I haven't put my all into this house, which is crazy because I once was obsessed with like home decor and all of that, and just having my house just be like a complete vibe, and I miss those days. And I'm done. I'm like, it's time, So I pull the trigger. I have never had big girl furniture in my life. Well, aside from this bed, I did invest in this bed. This was a pretty big investment, but I just did it again with the nightstands. I got a new console. I got big girl furniture, y'all. I've had IKEA furniture since I moved out of my house when I was young. I've been having like IKEA furniture. There's nothing wrong with IKEA furniture. I'm in my 40s. I've always had IKEA furniture. But I finally invested in something like my forever furniture, if that makes sense, So, like, so much so that, girl, I can't even move this nightstand if I wanted to right now. That's how heavy it is. I can't move this. I can't move my bed if I wanted to. I had my son come in here. We were trying to move the console table over a little bit. With all his might, he could not push that console table. That's how heavy that console table is. So, anyway, I'm excited to show y'all. I really, really am. Like, I'm excited. It's never too late. Yep. Never. Onyx, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Taurus gang. And listen, the Taurus, it's so funny to see all the little memes about Taurus right now. Like, I feel like I love being a Taurus. Sending love from Jamaica. Oh my gosh. That is so crazy. Whenever somebody watches from like a different country, I'm always in awe. Thank you. 5 days, but on the weekends is housework and kids. Okay, so maybe there's a night that you go to sleep a little later than normal and that you choose, because there's really no easy answer to it, babe. But there was some I was sacrificing, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was all rainbows and butterflies. I was overwhelmed. I tend to want to do everything myself. This is where I say, don't do what I did. Ask for help, or if you can, get somebody to help you clean the house, invest in a cleaner to help you if you need to. That's something that I wish I would have done because that would have saved me a lot of stress. I do have my mom, and my mom will come and try and help me as much as possible. But y'all know we've got joy, and joy is a handful. And so I did invest in a cleaner, had her come and deep clean the house. Actually, I really need to I need to have her come at least once a month. I don't know why. Right now, I need a cleaner. Like, I really, really do. So I think I'm probably going to do that too. But I would say put some money aside and say, what task can I take off of my list? Or who can I talk to? Like, whatever your dream or your goal is, I think reach out to somebody that you love and trust, express that to them, and ask for help. I think sometimes sitting down and being like, hey, this is what I want to, when you're really ready, though. I was really ready when it came to YouTube. I was really ready. So I was having serious conversations. I was having serious conversations with my kids about the fact that mommy is probably going to be in her office a lot after work. Like, I'm sorry, like, I love you, but this is important and just bear with me. I was having serious conversations with my kids. My kids were great and they were very understanding, very much, go mom, you got this. Like, I feel so grateful. And now we're benefiting from that, right? But my mom, even, like, we were having serious conversations like, hey, this is what I like, can you do this? Like, how can you help me, because this is what I'm going through, this is what's stressing me out, and if you can help in that way, that would be great. Those are the kind of conversations. Even with, like, I have an aunt who's doesn't even live in the state. Like, we're having those type of, you got to find somebody that you love and trust, who really is rooting for you and who is willing to help you. And those are those people that you come back to, and bless them when you get to where you want to get to. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for my mom, I don't think I would be where I'm at. My mom is really my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. And I mean, I would do anything for my mom anyway. I mean, it don't take her doing anything for me to want to do anything for her, because my mother will give me, I could call my mother right now, ask her for something crazy, outrageous, she gonna do it. It don't matter what time of the day it is. She is going to do it. My mother has never told me no if she had the ability to do something. Never. Okay. So let me make that clear. However, just knowing how much she was willing to help me, how much she was encouraging me, I, I be blessing my mom. Okay. Like, I'm gonna take care of my mom regardless. But I've always been that type of a girl. But I would say to find somebody that you love and trust and ask for help, girl, because you're only one person and you can't do it all. You know. Let me go through. I think there might be some more questions. I'm late. Let me see. I'm late, but what would be your advice to a 27-year-old woman who is currently trying to pivot and not know where to start? You know, if you don't if you're trying to pivot but you don't know where to start, I would suggest with alone time. I truly feel like something that a lot of people aren't willing to do is, like, isolate themselves. Isolation is where a lot of transformation begins. You need to pull back from distractions so you can hear and see clearer. It allows you, I feel like, to just go deep and go within. Silence is so important. I'm talking real silence. No Netflix in the background, no scrolling through Instagram, damn sure not scrolling through TikTok. Just giving yourself like a max amount of time that you can get on a particular app. I remember one time I was saying, if you really want to change your life, you're going to have to do like social media cleanses. And somebody had commented, like, social media cleanse? Does that make sense? Like pretty much kind of insinuating that there's no YouTube, there's no nothing. I think she equates me thinking that if I tell you to get offline, that's going to affect me. It's not going to affect me, right? I rather you cut off everything and lock in, or like I always say, choose your timeline wisely. If you are going to log into socials and things like that, it needs to be something that is elevating you, that is teaching you something, that is keeping you in a positive mindset. It's either you do that or you go quiet. I don't log into Instagram every day. I'm a horrible Instagrammer. I damn sure don't log into TikTok every day, girl, because if I go into TikTok, I'm a doom scroll for about 2 years. So I purposefully do not log into that app. And when I'm quiet on Instagram, Facebook, and or whatever, I don't really like Facebook. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I can go months without opening Facebook. However, whenever I am silent, I'm talking about, I don't listen to I'm not listening to music. I'm not listening to music while I drive. I'm not watching TV. I don't know what shows are on. I don't know what nothing. I don't know the gossip. I don't know what's going on, who's broken up, who's in jail. That's when I find clarity. So if you are trying to figure out where to start, depending on what you want, in order for you to know where to start, you need to know what you want. In order to know what you want, you need to isolate. You need to sit with yourself and figure out what the goal is. And once you figure out what the goal is and you can articulate it, then that's when you can start knowing which way to go. Like, and since it's such a broad question, I don't know exactly where to tell you to start, obviously, because I don't know what it is that you want to do. But I think you do need to start with silence, because wisdom can be found in silence. Just saying. I find it so hard to ask for help. Felt. That is not serving us, honey. That is not, what's so funny that I said honey, but I didn't even mean to say it in the sense that that's your username. I meant that endearingly, but that is not serving us. We are only human. I understand you, because I'm the same way. I do not like asking for help, but how important is your goal versus you having to ask for help? That's the question, right? I love that you're pouring into yourself and your personal space. Are you still planning to move? Thank you. And yes, for sure. I need to be out of here next year by the summertime. It's just part of like I have to sell this house. This house is not just my house. It still is like our house. And I don't even feel right staying here if I'm being honest. I don't feel right. I'm that person. I don't feel right staying here because this house for us was such a dream, so for me to be living here and he's not living here and that kind of thing, I want to leave anyway. At first I thought maybe I'll just do a buyout and stay, but I'm done with that. Like I'm gonna make the house feel good between now and next year because I'll be here, but I'm done with the house. I'm ready to move on, move to a different place. I really want to go closer to the city as well in Atlanta. The more I do this, the more I realize I need to be closer to the city. So I'm definitely moving next. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm trying to push myself to take the leap and change my life, and not for like YouTube, but life change. Yes, life change. Yeah, like whatever it is that you want to do, you got to go after it. And you gotta go after it scared too, and you gotta think big too. Like, I used to have a habit of thinking really small, and I think you have to have, like, an overall goal. This is what's been helping me. Like, I have an overall goal, and it's, like, huge, right? But in order for me to reach that goal, I kinda break everything down in increments, and I've been doing this for years where I have a post, I gotta look for it on Facebook. I'll probably post this or show this in a vlog somewhere later on. But years ago, I remember saying um, that I couldn't wait until I could make $1,000 a week, right? So just imagine if I'm saying I can't wait to make $1,000 a week, I'm probably making what, $2,500 a month or whatever. I remember saying that because $1,000 a week felt like I would be rich. I'm like, oh my God, if I had $1,000 a week for the rest of my life, I'd be good. And that was just me thinking at where I was. I always wanted more than that, but I had to go from the 2,500 to the 4,000 so it could be realistic. I hope that makes sense. So like the more that I would hit these goals, the more I would up the goal so I can get closer to like the top. Because if I jump too quick, if I said, if while I was making $2,500 a month, if I said, you know what, by the end of this year, I want to make $50,000 a month, my mind would not believe it. And therefore it would just be this thing. So instead of me saying by the end of this year I wanted to make $50,000 a month, it was just like a goal that I wanted to hit at some point. And then I would just say, all right, I want to make $1,000 a week. Once I make $1,000 a week, cool. But when I started writing that down, and then boom, there was a time I hit $1,000 a week, more than $1,000 a week. Actually, I remember it. I remember like adding up all of our deposits one day, and I was like, "Oh, I did that," and I felt really, really good. I was like, "Yeah, you did that." And so then 1,000, a week, went up. Then it was like, What happened if I made 10,000 in a month?" You get what I'm trying to say? Like, we got to think big, but we just need our overall goal, and then we just need to hit it in increments because then it makes it easier. Because then when you hit the 4,000 a month to the 10,000 a month, and then when you hit 20K, it's much easier for you to be like, all right, now I hit 20K, I'm ready to hit 50. It's easier. It might sound crazy me saying that right now, but trust me on this. So wherever you're at right now, double that and say, I can't wait until I get to this point. And then if you're trying to figure out what you can do, like, so say if you just want a better job, you need to speak the better job, the better career in existence. What is the job that you would want to do? Right. So I don't want to say YouTube because everybody doesn't want to be a YouTuber. So let me just say you want to, there's a dream career that you have, but let's say you don't even have the qualifications for the career, but you could see yourself doing it. You can see what the income potential is if you have it, or what the lifestyle would look like if you had it, right? So now that's your goal. So then you got to come back, reverse engineer that and say, what are the steps that I need to take in order to hit that goal? So, well, there's some classes and courses or certifications that you need for that. You need to start with that. So if you want to be the number one real estate agent in your city, but you're not a real estate agent, the first thing you need to do is go get your real estate license, right? So you need to find the school, you need to enroll in the school, you need to take the course, you need to take the test, right? And then you move from there. You got to get obsessed with whatever it is that your goal is. And not only be obsessed, you have to want to do it and do it the best. You want to be the best at it. You want to do all the research, go down the rabbit holes. You know that something is something. You can tell when something is a passion if you can look it up and look into it for hours and hours at a time. Like, you can go to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning because you're doing research on it. That's your path. That's your passion. And that's probably the only reason why I've been able to do my job or YouTube, because it was a passion of mine. I was obsessed with it. I wanted to do it so bad and I wanted to do it well that I didn't get tired because I was so excited about the possibility of actually being successful at it. Does that make sense? So even though I was tired and I was working, I was mothering and I was going through things, it didn't matter that I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning and then back up at 6 a.m., back to work and then coming back. It didn't matter because I was that hype and excited about it. You got to be obsessed, you know? Let me see. Thank you for sharing your journey. I'm trying to push myself, take a leap, and change my. Okay, I think I saw that. Yes, true. You're here with your mind. It starts with silence. Knowing what silence sounds like is what a lot don't know. Yes, a word. Silence. I'm an introvert. Yeah, same. I like to be alone, y'all. That's probably why I like this solo travel thing. I be enjoying myself. I wonder if it comes across on camera. I really be having a good damn time. And it gets easier and easier. I don't feel weird or out of place. I'm not saying like every now and again I might get looks, but those looks are never like, what is she doing? It's always just kind of like, especially from the women, you know what I've noticed? Admiration. I'll see a woman, she might be with her husband or whatever, and they'll just be looking like, huh, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you go, girl, right? Because it's never something odd or weird. It's just she's here by herself and she's chilling. I like that, you know? So, yeah, I love being alone. And I think it's one of the best things that I've ever done, you know? Hey, thank you for sharing. Your content comes from a genuine place. Have you always been entrepreneurial? And if it wasn't YouTube, what was the alternative? I think I have always been entrepreneurial. I've definitely started several businesses in the past, but like I said in the beginning of this chat, I've always been a quitter too because I wanted instant gratification. So, like, for context, I was that girl who would be online like googling how to get this money by tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I've always had grand ideas. I've always wanted really, really big things. And going back like 20 something years ago, what I wanted to do is I wanted to be an editor for a magazine. Literally. I wanted to do content before I knew what content was, but I loved Vogue and I was like I was getting like Marie Claire or any magazine for that matter. And I loved all the segments of it, you know, and I started an online magazine for fun. I didn't know how to monetize it, but I was talking about travel, tech, fashion, beauty, skincare, makeup, and I absolutely loved it. So I feel like in a sense what I'm doing now is just like a mutation of what I've always wanted to do, which is the reason why I think I love it so much, you know? I don't know if I anticipated doing this on camera, so to speak. I just kind of wanted to be the girl behind the keyboard or behind the magazine or the editor, so to speak. Um because I know this might sound weird. I don't really have a desire to be seen. But I have a greater purpose and I need to be seen in order to get that purpose. Like, people need to know who I am in order to understand who they can be. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I think I've always been wanting to do this. I just didn't see it clearly. And I didn't know how to go about it or what avenue to do it. But it's always been fashion, beauty, mindset, something where I was helping women has always, always, always been the goal. And just going through my life and realizing how presenting yourself matters and things like that. I've always wanted to help women, especially women who might feel like they can't be that girl, because that's how I felt growing up. Like, I can't, I felt like I needed to try harder, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I always felt like I needed to try harder to make sure that I presented a particular way. So that way, one, I felt good, that kind of a thing. And that I can transform. I could be anything that I want. Nothing can hold me back. I always felt like that, but when I started to really execute it and I saw the results from it, I was like, I know there's another woman out there that feels like me. I need to be able to talk and share this with that woman, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I really enjoy your solo. Thank you. I want to do more. I want to low key just like travel once a month. Maybe next year that'll be like maybe like one trip a month. I think would be so cool. Different places, you know? And I want to be a little bit more bold and just go to different countries aside from Mexico. Y'all know I love Mexico, but I really want to do Spain and there's so many countries. I want to go to Africa. It's just so the world is so big, you know. So I want to do more. I'm really working on that, but you know, I got a kid going to college. I got a 13-year-old, so I'm trying to balance it all if that makes sense, you know. New to your channel. Thank you, girl. I'm glad you're here. Loved your Paris vlog, inspired me to book. But yes, oh my God, you're going to London. I want to go so bad. Where are you going to be flying from? Like, where do you live, Catherine? Oh, I want to do London so bad. That London accent, I love it. A girl that was on our trip, or a woman, let me not say girl, but a woman who was on our trip, Loretta. She's from London, so she came from London to Paris. She was, I just love a good London accent. Love Loretta. Okay, she was so funny, so cool, so down to earth. So yeah, I definitely want to do London too. I wish I had enough time. I would have definitely taken the train over there. So I'm excited for you. Oh my God. Ready for your moving videos. I know they'll be so dope. I'm so glad. Are you officially divorced? I'm close to it, not finalized yet, but we're almost there. I'm almost there, girl. I'm almost there. And I'm really, well, I don't want to say I'm excited about it, but I am excited about, I'm just ready for the chapter to close. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. Same, that made perfect sense. Okay, I'm glad that y'all understand because I know I've been like, you know, all over his. Hey, Liz. Yes, we love Loretta. Loretta was cool and funny. Liz, who's in the chat right now, she was also on the trip. And it was her birthday a couple days ago. So y'all got to say happy birthday to Liz. Fabulous Liz. Okay. Y'all. I wish the Paris vlog could have been hours and hours and hours long because man, and I wish I felt better too. That probably would have been like a 5-part vlog. There was so much going on, y'all. There was so much to do, so much to see, so many different personalities and everything. Like we had such a good time. Don't ask me how I got so lucky. I'll never know how I got so lucky to have the group of girls that I had on that trip. Not one bad vibe. And the fact that we are still in the chat now is crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, have a good time. So speaking of that, the Italy, I'm gonna remind y'all, when I looked in the app, several people had booked Italy already. And I think it was the first leg, which is the Amalfi Coast. Okay. So there's 2 legs. There's the Amalfi Coast, and then we're also doing like Lake Garda, which is similar to like Lake Como. So if you've ever seen Lake Como, beautiful homes, the lake, and all of that lake, if you Google Lake Garda, same vibe. Same vibe. Super excited about that. It's gonna be giving like relaxations, like really girly, really spa like, you know. I'm really excited. I'm so excited. I'm smiling from ear to ear because I'm just calling people. I'm so excited for all of this upcoming travel and the way that Atomic Trips built out our Paris, the way we had fun. I just know we're gonna kill Italy because we had a blast. Okay. I'm talking about a blast. The way we the way we shut Brussels down. Mind y'all saw the smallest little snippet of Brussels. We had a time. That's probably what the most fun, even sick. That was probably one of the most fun I have ever had. Okay. And I've had some fun in my life. So that is saying a lot. I've had a time in a lot of different places. That's definitely top 5 for me, was that night at Brussels. We had a blast. Girl, let's do both trips, Liz. Let's do both. Let's do both because I'm sure I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I feel like I'm gonna be exhausted. Listen, when we get back from Italy, I'm gonna probably have to sleep for a week. I thought I was gonna do that for Paris, but I'm starting to rebound from my trips quick. I don't know if you guys remember, but normally I would come back from a trip and I would be exhausted. Like, whew, now, tuh, I'm right back at it. There's no, I need to sleep. I'm exhausted from my trip. I have not been tired. I came back from my trip from Paris. My cold probably went away. Well, let me say it was like at the height. I When I landed, it was like probably the at the its worst. And like on its way out, I still was not sitting down. I was up. I was motivated. I was getting out thanks to the cold medicine that they have out of the country. Oh, they don't like us out here in America. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. They do not like us in America. The stuff actually works out there. That's why nobody knew I was sick. It works. Okay. Like, and I started to get a little sick when I came back from Mexico. I still had some stuff left over, took it, knocked my cold. Anyway, basically all I'm trying to say is I have not slowed down. Like, I'm not tired after I get back. I feel like the more I travel, the more motivated I am, the more I want to just keep pushing, the more excited I am, the more like creative I am, like I don't know. It's something about traveling lately that I have really enjoyed just getting back into it. Is that you, Ashley? Or were you talking about, did you watch the video? Because there was an Ashley on the trip too. Ashley was lit. Ashley, Misty, girl, when I tell you we had a time, my mama, my best friend, when I say we had so much fun. And the fact that it's so crazy that I didn't feel good. Y'all, I don't even think I had makeup on that day. I don't even know if y'all realize I did not have makeup on that night at all. I was just there for the vibes. We had a time. We had so much fun. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you like the editing and everything. Like, I have been enjoying editing lately. I've been having a lot of people reach out to me to edit for me, but editing is part of the fun for me. So I'm not ready to give that up at all. I love editing. It's tedious, but I love it. I didn't feel good. Oh my God. I got sick. I started feeling sick day 2. I didn't get medicine. So there was the day that we went to Brussels and we were sitting down having french fries, and my energy was up here and then I felt it crashing. Like, I felt it. I was like, this isn't about to be good. And I got up, I Googled like a pharmacy, and walked by myself to like a pharmacy in like the plaza area. Brussels is so pretty. Oh my God. But I walked by myself, went into the pharmacist, told them what my symptoms were. Like, that's what I like about it. They're like, what are like, tell me what you're feeling. So I like broke down all of my symptoms. He was like, all right, you're going to need this for this. You need that for that. You need this for this. So he gave me, I had like a syrup. I had like tablets for my throat. I had a decongestant. I had a nose spray. I think like $50, 50 euros. Okay. And stuff. I was like, give me all the things, took it, came back, took all my stuff really quick before I came back to the table. And that was it. I was taking it every single day. Like, I stayed on top of it. That's the only way I got through that trip. But it's like my energy was still low. So like I said, whenever I would get back to the room, my mother would be like, "Oh my gosh, girl, I don't know how are you doing it? Like, how are you doing it?" Because girl, did not feel good. It was crazy, but I had a good time. I wasn't gonna let nothing stop me. You understand? Nothing was about to stop me. I've been wanting to go to Paris my whole life since I can remember. I wasn't about to let a cold stop me. I was gonna have a good time. Paris was good to you, girl. Oh my God, it so was. I loved Paris. I don't even think y'all understand. I was getting my car serviced the other day, and I was telling the tech because I had took my car prior to me going to Paris, and I was explaining something to him, and I was like, "Yeah, well, I had been in Paris, and I was there." I was like, "And I'm just getting back." And a lady was sitting there, and she heard me, so she was like, "Oh, I overheard you say that you were in Paris. How did you like it?" I was like, "Oh my God, I loved it." She's like, "Oh, I didn't really like it too much," and I was like, there was not one thing that I didn't like about Paris. She's like, "That just wasn't all that to me." And I'm thinking, That's why everybody's different. That's the beauty of it, because you weren't impressed. I was blown away. That's why I said I don't want to hear nothing bad about Paris, because thank God I went and didn't like listen to things that I saw on TikTok or whatever with people saying like Paris is not all this cracked up. It is to me, however, obviously different perspective. I loved, there was not one thing I didn't love about it. It was beautiful. It was so cool. It's just different. Different. I like stuff like that. I would love to go out of the country. You have inspired me to do that. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm so, so glad. Yeah, you got to do it. Okay, it was Ashley. Yes, Ashley was lit, y'all. I don't even, I hope, I wonder if y'all could catch, if y'all caught it, her dancing. God, because the funny thing about it, we were having so much fun. I don't think I was vlogging that part. I was just in it. I was watching. I think I might have had my phone out. But Sabrina, who is a part of Atomic Tricks, she got it on camera. So I have a different point of view of it. But y'all, Ashley, I feel like she was so quiet. It felt like majority of the trip. But when that music, especially when the Jamaican music, when the music came on, after we had, I said, "Oh, yeah." So that we had, y'all don't understand. The videos don't do the justice. We had so much fun, y'all. We had so much fun. It was the best time. I cried. Oh my gosh. Aw. Yeah, the Paris vlog was, I love that vlog. That's probably gonna go down one of my favorite vlogs, the Paris vlog for sure. Love that vlog. That and right now the Mexico vlog is actually one of my favorites. If I have a vlog that I like, then you know, like I enjoyed it. But the Paris vlog, I watched the Paris vlog back the other day, and it like brought me back. So I got in the chat and I was like, y'all, I was just watching the Paris vlog and I just missed y'all, because like whenever I would see one of the girls come up on the screen, I found myself like smiling, which reminded me. So I like hopped in the chat. But we we just had a time. So that vlog, I'm so glad I got that opportunity, and I'm so glad that I vlogged it, because it is like a video diary for me. And if I ever want to like transport myself back to that time, if I just want to remember the girls or kind of pull a memory back, I can see their faces. I see Senorita and Renika and Bianca, Liz, Ashley, Rhonda, Susan. Like it's so Misty, like so many people. Lashana, Ivory, Loretta, like, oh my God, y'all have no idea. I don't know if y'all want to miss the next trip. I'm just saying, we had a time, honey. Oh, I'm so glad that you enjoy the content. That makes me feel so good, you guys. I really, really appreciate that. Paris is my new favorite city. Same, Liz. Like, that was so transformative. Like, I told you, I haven't stopped moving since. I have not stopped moving since. Something about Paris ignited something. And I can't really quite put my finger on it, but it made me feel like, Natalie, this is only the beginning. You know? I wonder if is that how you feel, Liz? Let me know. And Liz was living her best life. I thought about you the other day. No, I thought about you today, Liz, because I got this dress in the mail today. And it's like a dupe. It's like a Sandro dress dupe that I got from Meshkey. And I thought about it. I was going to take a picture of it and send it to you because of this. You going to, I never got to go to Sandro. So I want to go back just to go to the outlets, because I feel like you curated your trip so well. I need more time in Paris. Yes, yes, I miss everybody. I want to hang out again. Yeah, she said like tomorrow. I feel you, Ashley, and I feel like the next time is going to be so much better, because like like we're like that now. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like we're like that now, you know? Oh, I had such a good time. I'm gonna watch the Denver vlog tomorrow. Yes. Oh my God, you got, have you seen that vlog, or have you never seen the Denver vlog? Because the Denver vlog, that was the catalyst, y'all. That was the moment. That was the moment. Y'all know what I was crying about? I I started YouTube, stop, YouTube, started, stop, started, stop, started, stop so much. And I kept talking myself out of it, because you know why? I thought I was too old. I thought I was too old. And I was just like, I think I missed my shot, you know? And I was just talking myself out of it. I was like, "Ugh, I gotta lose weight. I gotta do this. I'm kind of like not happy with my life at the moment. Like there was just so many excuses I was giving myself. And that's when I was like really emotional because I was like, man, I want something more. I want something better. But I'm stopping myself because I know there's things that I can change that I wasn't changing. Like I was in my lazy girl era, of I want to do this, but it's so much work. Then I'm gonna have to do this. Then I'm gonna have to do that. Then I'm gonna have to sacrifice this. I'm not gonna have to. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, if you haven't seen the Denver vlog, for anybody who hasn't seen the Denver vlog, now, girl, don't judge me. I'm about 50 pounds heavier. But I don't mind keeping stuff like that up because I really think it's important for people to see like where I was versus where I am now. I think it gives context. And I think if you relate to me, then you could see yourself in me and just know that you can make a change. But girl, one of my it's not the most exciting vlog. Like the editing isn't as crisp. I don't know if my personality came out as much because when you're not vlogging all the time, you're a little bit more awkward, but you can definitely but I did cry in that vlog. That was genuine. It happened unexpectedly. I was actually going to cut it out, but something told me to keep it in. And also keep in mind that when I had published that vlog initially, girl, I was only getting like 40 views on my vlogs, honey. I think maybe for the longest time, I only had like 150 views on that vlog. So I never expected anybody to see it. I didn't think it was going to be this vlog that was going to go ultra viral or anything. It stayed at 100 and something views for, I don't know, 2 years, So, but it was a moment where I was like, I want more. I deserve more. I can have more, but I need to really take a look at myself. I need to take a look at myself and I need to make some real changes. That's what happened. So yeah, if you haven't seen, it's a short vlog, very short vlog. I don't even think it was in 4K, girl, but I loved, like I said, you can just see the evolution, but you can see the moment where my mind shifted in that vlog, which is the reason why the Denver vlog is probably another one of my favorite vlogs, only because it was the start of it all. It was the catalyst. And then also, after that vlog, you should look at the Phoenix vlog. Now that was another one of my favorite vlogs. I love the Phoenix vlog. Let me see. Sandro, yes, please do. And I'm about to go online. I'm about to go on Sandro now. They got a sale too, so I'm about to buy a couple dresses on there that I seen. But yeah, you inspired me, girl. I'll be honest. The first time I watched you, I thought I wouldn't like the content because I'm a bit younger. But girl, oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that you decided to stick around because I think that's what, as an older woman, I think that that's what we worry about. That will we connect to all audiences, younger audiences. And I had to get out of that mindset. I either thought I would find a woman who was like my age and that would be just my audience. And if I can connect with somebody who was younger than me, then great. But yeah, I'm glad that you stuck around. And I do see often that I always get shocked because people will tag me on TikTok and it'd be younger girls in their 20s. And it'd be like, I love following the older women on YouTube and TikTok. And when people tag me, I'm blown away. I'm blown away because to think that I was talking myself out of YouTube because I thought I was too old. Now I don't. Now I'm like, girl, life is just starting. I feel like life has never been better. I'm so happy to be the age that I'm at. I get it, the insecurity. Now you still looked good on that demo. Thank you so much. But girl, I was so much bigger. I mean, it's like I still felt good, but I was also living in that body for so long. I don't even think I realized I was even that big, Like I don't think I realized it because I had been living that way for so long. But I was still insecure about certain things and just showing up that way consistently, if that makes sense. But sometimes you just got to get over it. That's why I had to get over that even with vlogging on my channel. Like, I'm not always going to be done up, but I think if I always show up done up, I don't know if that feels realistic, Like, everybody is not walking around 100% of the time completely dolled up, you know? And so I think realism, being realistic is so much more important because it's more relatable. I think the more if I would just show up here just completely done up all the time, at some point you would what I let me tell you what I don't like or what I don't want is I don't want to be dehumanized, like as if I'm this I don't know how to say it, but like I think coming up here in an inauthentic way would separate me and people would not look at me regularly and I'm just a regular girl. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I just that's why sometimes I just be showing up, you know, because I have to. I might mention like, "Girl, I look a mess," but that's it's not even me like worried, or it's just me being a girl. So a lot of times when I say it, it's just me being a girl. But I need to stop saying that. Just watched the Denver vlog again on Sunday. Oh, I'm blown away when you guys say that you of watching it just recently, which is crazy. I just watched the Denver vlog last week and that resonated with me. Oh my gosh, I've been feeling that way, and that made something click in me to start where I am. This is the reason why it's important to post, because if I would have cut that out, you know what I'm saying? I'm so glad I did not cut that out. Do you know how many times I've thought of cutting something out, I don't cut it out, and that's the thing people tell me they're glad that they watched that video that day, and so I'm glad. 28 following. Oh my gosh, this blows me away. I did not expect to get a younger following. I swear I have. I just didn't. Stuck in wanting more change. You've come a long way in 4 years. Yes. And that's why, okay. And so this goes back to the app. I'm not even saying it in a salesy way. You join if you want, but at the same time, let me just tell you my purpose behind it. If you're anything like how I was, there was a time where I felt so lost. Also, I am all over the place. Okay. So for any of my girls who are like maybe ADD, ADHD, you already know the struggles, right? And so the level of self-discipline that I have to have in order to be consistent and to do things that make a difference or move the needle in my life is not easy for me. It's a lot more difficult for me than it is for the average person. That's why the app is so exciting to me. So I'm not just somebody it's something that I would have loved to have, right? And the reason why I'm using it because I'm still working out my muscle as well. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. So this is the reason why I was thinking about having this challenge so that we can see the difference from now to the end of the year together, how we all change, how we all evolve because we're constantly evolving. And so when you want to change, but you just don't know what to do or the steps to take to do it, this is the reason why I love the app because you can literally tell it what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, what changes you want to make. And it could be so many different things, right? Because some of it could be personal. I know for me, I was like, I don't know if I want to be in my marriage anymore, you know? Not because I didn't love my husband, but more so because I didn't really see how that was it was doing me more harm than good, and I just kinda felt, like, stuck, and I kinda felt, like, trapped, and I kinda felt I was, like, in limbo of, like, "Man, I love this person, but I don't think things are gonna change, and that's hurting me, and I don't know if they wanna change, and that's also hurtful." I was also going through the sense of, like and I don't know if anybody has felt like this, but I was feeling like I wasn't worth it enough for him to treat me a specific way, right? So that was eating me alive. I felt unworthy. That's how it felt, right? Like maybe I'm just not the girl that will make him say, I don't want to lose this woman, right? Like there was nothing compelling him to say, hey, she's on the verge of kicking rocks or getting out of here. Maybe I should listen to what's going on. So that hurt me. I was just like, I'm not the girl. Because I very much believe that if they want to, they will, right? And so I was feeling like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not good enough? You know what I mean? And me thinking that way was just not good. So if if you're in a place where it's a multitude of things, like maybe you just feel stuck in your career, stuck in your life, stuck in finances, stuck in love, or stuck in a relationship you don't want to be in, maybe I because I take responsibility for my relationship. I take responsibility for picking the person that I picked, you know? So let's just start there. However, it's so important to choose yourself, but you got to know what you want. And then you got to make a decision to go after it. And then you got to understand that it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like not scary. It's still going to be scary, but you have to, that's where that blind faith comes into play. And this is where, when I talk to a lot of, because I know I have a lot of followers who are also Christian too. And I feel like, it's really what your religion is based upon is faith, right? You have to trust the process. You have to trust like what is not for you is not for you, but what is for you is for you. And if you need to switch situations, you have to have unwavering faith. Faith. Okay. Like you cannot play around with it. You cannot doubt it because doubt is going to stop it from coming to fruition. So I know I'm not the only one who was going through that, which is the reason why I wanted to share that with so many people. I know that feeling of being stuck is debilitating, especially if you don't even know what you wanna do. That's even worse. Like, you don't even know what to do. Like, what am I supposed to do? Or if you feel stuck or if you feel trapped. Me, if I'm being transparent, I felt trapped. I felt trapped financially too. Like I said, our expenses as a whole was higher. So how was I gonna do that on my own? You know? So those things were like sometimes it's easier to stay in a situation that you don't want to be in anymore, you know, or maybe you would like to be in it, but under different circumstances, which was the case for me. So I don't want to make it seem like I didn't want it. I wanted it. I wanted it. I just wanted it to be a different circumstance. But I was like, if I leave it, everything's gonna fall apart, you know. And it wasn't until I locked in to my ideas, you know, I was taking time to be silent and I was getting ideas for things. And I made a decision to be faithful, to have faith, to not question, to move with complete confidence and to never waver. You know what I mean? And it worked. Let me see. Oh, I was top 1%. I remember when Google did like the what was that like the Google Unwrapped or YouTube Unwrapped or something like that. Oh, I love that. Good night. Oh, you're in London. Good night, Shelly. LASIK Paris trips to Mexico 2026 is off to a great start. Yes, Alexis. Birthday twin. Happy belated. Did I tell you that already? I might have told you that. I think you might have commented on the video. But yeah, we're doing a lot. I still got the teeth on the list too. Don't forget. We got some things to do. And I want to do it before the end of the year. I meant it. I want to do all the things. Niche, Fierce House. Hey girl, you are so awesome. Hey boo, I'm so glad. And we're in both in our 40s. Yes. I feel like this is the best, man. Like, I don't know. People are so afraid to get to the age of 40. I had to get to my 40s to realize the being 40 is not old. You know what I'm saying? I had to change my perspective. I love it here. This is the best time for women to lock in and transform now, like right now. This is the best time. I'm the woman in her 50s and starting over. Love your content. Trying to book the Italy trip right at this moment. Do I need to add on the VIP experience? Hey, Pamela. So, okay. I loved having the VIP experience. I don't know if Liz is still on here. A few of us had the VIP and it was needed. It was like, I don't think we realized the value of it until we were in it and had that extra day before and after it was needed. So personally, if you could do it, I would do the VIP. You get there a day early, you leave a day late, and it was the best thing. So we had a handful of us that had the VIP and we loved it. It also, because it was like a smaller, you only got a handful of VIP options available. There's not many. So if it's available, like I would book it. It also gave us like a smaller group time to like get together and talk and chit chat or whatever the case is. We all went out to dinner that night and just like hung out. I love the VIP experience. I didn't realize how necessary it was, but it was. So if you can do it, I would do it for sure. Let me see. How you want to help? Thank you so much, Glamlux. Yes, my mom is my best friend, girl. We literally talk every day. I'm gonna call her probably after I get off. I'm surprised she's not on the live because Joy, girl, Joy is a handful. Joy is walking y'all, and wait till y'all see her. Joy is running around literally. Niche, you need to get on the next trip. Yes, you got to come join us. We're going to Italy. I feel like if we thought Paris was lit, I don't know, man. I feel like Italy might. Italy? And it's like the epitome of Euro summer. We're going to be going in the summer. So this is our Euro summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that one should be missed. I'm just trying to say it. I don't know if that should be mixed. And we have over a year to plan for it, you know? So it's the best time to get in. You have a great smile though, but I get it. Oh, about the teeth, thank you. But yes, there's there's some things about my teeth that I don't know if just braces will fix. And that's the reason why I'm deciding to do the veneers. My biggest thing with the veneers is I don't want to shave my teeth. I don't want there's another thing. It's not I forget the other thing that you can get where your teeth look like chiclet. I don't want that. I'm not getting that. It would be porcelain veneers, like of highest quality. Um, I'm not shaving my teeth down. That was a big no-no. I'm also not trying to necessarily skimp on the price, but I also don't want to pay $40,000 out here in the US either. So I'm trying to find I did find a place, but I'm really looking for the best. I don't mind spending money, but I'm not trying to pay $40,000 for some teeth. I'll just stick with this for the rest of my life if that's the case. But yeah, I think I think I've made the decision to do the veneers for sure. I'm just not shaving my teeth. I'm not doing the go to Turkey, shave my teeth down to chiclets. No shade to anybody who's done it. I know so many people who've done it. Their teeth look great. They look great. They're happy with it. No shade because I just don't want it done. I'm very more so because I'm already afraid of the dentist. So I don't even want to hear that or feel that or go through that. If it wasn't for that, I don't know. I'm not even sure I would. Maybe I would care, but that's my main reason for doing. I'm not shaving down my teeth. I don't want to. So I'm specifically trying to go to a dentist I found one who's not going to be shaving down my teeth, basically. So I'm trying to do it the best way possible. This is my face, y'all. This is my mouth. I'm real funny about stuff like that. As a girl in her 20s, I watch you because you remove the fear of aging. Aw. I love that. You see, this is the reason why I keep showing up on here. I need to go live more often. I think it's so important for me to hear stuff like this for me to know because it's so easy to get into your mind and just be like, I wonder if I'm making the type of impact. But then when I get comments like this on my channel, I show up the following week. Cause then I'm like, I'm helping somebody. I'm just gonna keep going. So I love hearing that. That makes it worth it to me. It's all worth it to me when I hear stuff like that because I think it is important to know. Yeah, I mean, nah, your 40s are going to be lit. First of all, unless you are one of the so I follow this girl. I love her. She's like 23. She's like a millionaire. But I feel like how many I did not know many millionaires at the age of 23, right? I feel like for this are regular people, most of us aren't reaching levels of success until we're in our 40s. And if you look back, if I go back into my mind and I think about aunts and uncles and people who are doing really well, they didn't start doing super well until they were in their 40s and 50s. I think this mindset of this ultimate level of success at the age of 20 something, I think this is social media driven. It is not the reality. And although there are some 20, 25-year olds, 26, 27-year olds that are doing really well, they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, especially in this social media age. It's not the norm. So it's okay. Everybody isn't on socials. Everybody isn't, day trading. Most people are waking up, they've got professions and they're going to work And a lot of times it takes years for you to master what you're doing, to get promotions, um, for you to get to a point where you're doing really well. Or some people pivot. Some people at 30, like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to learn this. It takes time. It takes time. So I'm learning that now. And I want to make sure I let other people know that it is not too late at all. Summer in Italy. Yes, the boats. Oh my God. The champagne that will be drank. I am a champagne girl now. Like, that's it. That's it for me. I'm about to kick tequila out. Champagne for me. Give me champagne, honey. It's like, lately I have been into the champagne, and Loretta was in the chat talking about having a French 75 the other day, and I was like, as much as I like champagne, I feel like I should like a French 75, but yeah, a Euro summer in Italy, I don't know, y'all. I'm too hype. I'm too excited. I'm really excited. Oh my gosh, your impact reaches, you taught me. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna keep doing it, like a positive mindset, everything, everything. Choose your mood every single day. That's the easiest tip I can give. Choose your mood every single day. You just gotta wake up and choose to be happy, no matter what happened the night before. Just think of the craziest thing, aside from something, major. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes we'll let small things just become bigger things. Choose your mood every single day. I will tell my mom I said hi, Ashley. Tell you that she said hi. So yeah, with the veneers, yeah. So you can just have the veneers just kind of sat on top of your teeth. You might have to do a little bit of trimming, but if you've noticed, there's some people who get their teeth shaved all the way down. I'm not doing that. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm not doing that. Aperol spritz is going to be a time. Oh, did I have an? I don't think I had. I've had an Aperol spritz, so I'm gonna have to try it. My favorite champagne. You know what? Right now, what my favorite champagne is a sweet champagne. So I had a bottle of Moet Nectar Imperial. I forgot how much I like that, and I don't know. I think that's right now. That's probably top of the top. I'm like a Veuve girl, like the brute, like the drier champagne, but I picked up a bottle of that in Mexico. It took everything out of me not to drink that whole bottle in one blow. Delicious, slightly sweet, and you can taste like the fruit. Oh, oh my God, it was so good. I was like, oh yeah, this is all I'm getting from here on out. I loved it. I'm already a sweet wine type of a girl. So that's just like right up my alley. It's the perfect, it's not too sweet, but it's not too dry. And I don't mind a dry champagne. I love champagne, but this Moet, the Nectar Imperial, if you like a slightly sweeter, you will love that champagne. Delicious. 10 out of 10. So good. I need to take my introvert to Italy with you. Yes. Uh, First of all, to be honest, I think quite a few of us on that trip are introverts. Quite a few of us really, first of all, we all took a chance doing this trip. We all took a chance taking this trip. So many people were really stepping outside of their comfort zone. This wasn't an easy thing, especially the ones who came and knew nobody. Like, they literally were showing up and knew nobody. They weren't coming with a sister or a friend or anything. They were just showing up. They put themselves out there. And I'm telling you, you can see from the video, everybody looked like they had been friends. Any direction you looked, you saw a friendly face. Period. You could see it. You could see it in the vlog. Everybody was just talking and smiling and just having a time. We were having a time. So yeah, we're all in. I feel like most of us were introverts, if I'm being honest. Like, like, I'm an introvert. So this trip was me stepping out of my comfort zone. So if you notice, like in the Paris vlog, before I get out of the elevator, I look back and I was like, I'm nervous because I was. And then immediately, like when I saw everybody's face, I was just like, you're good. And then when we went to dinner that night, I was like, we're good. And then the next day, it was like, we're good." You know what I'm saying? Like, this is okay. This is better than okay. This is magnificent. I don't know if every other trip. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say every trip with other people are like that. I just feel like my trip, my trip happened to be like that. I don't know how. Perfect group of women, but I think we all have something in common. I think that's what it was, you know? So it was amazing. 10 out of 10. Now I can't even think of one negative thing to say. I'm not even holding back here. There was nothing negative that happened on that trip. We had a time. It was such a good vibe. I feel like even if you don't know anybody, no one was gonna let you feel like you don't know anybody. Like it just we all oh my god, I don't even know how to explain. The next trip it'll be smaller groups for each trip, but we had a really large group and we all managed to just like all get along. Seriously, it was crazy. Unheard of. I haven't had a trip go that well with people I know. There's always something crazy to happen on a trip with 5, 6 girls. This trip, nothing. Nada. Positive vibes from beginning to end. Even when something was uncomfortable, for instance, we had to travel and we had to like bring our luggages to the hotel. That was rough. We were tired. It was warmer than we expected, right? It did not mess up the day. Did we like it? Nah, it wasn't the favorite part of the trip, right? But did it mess up the day? No. Like everybody was just like, "All right, cool. Next." Like do you get what I'm trying to say? Like people like the women knew how to adapt and just keep the vibes high and that's what was needed. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Ivory, hey girl. Ivory said, "You know what's so funny, Ivory? You did not give introvert at all. You gave like Miss Social Butterfly." And really lately too, while you talk about out in these streets, girl. I need the tea. um, and the thought of Italy makes me nervous, but I really want to go. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I'm gonna do like an in-depth video about Italy. So that's coming up like very, very soon. So I'll break down how everything is gonna work. Um, I'll say this, I feel extremely comfortable with atomic trips. They don't play. They went above and beyond to make us comfortable. You have no idea. Like I think we're in great hands with that. But yeah, I understand the feeling, but like I said, I think we're all for the most part introverts and we all got along. Um yeah, girl, we had a time in Paris. Oh my god. You've inspired me to do the things luxurious way, child. Flights, hotels, excursions. I'll be doing it big from now on. Period, Melissa. Girl, I like a nice thing now. I like a nice thing. There's some things now. I see it now. I realize it now. Like things that I don't know if I thought I would ever be doing consistently until I experienced. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to experience it any other way. That's the scary part of doing really nice things is that once you have it, that's the bar. So now you don't want to go back. So now for me, like, I want a nice hotel. Transportation? Oh, I need nice transportation. I need private transport. I need a good lounge. I need comfort seats or better. I want to get to the point where it's first class. I didn't get to fly Delta One going, but several of the girls flew first class going to Paris. And I was like, you know what? Goals like Italy, first class. I'm going to make it my business to manifest that, to make that happen, because I get it. Like, I get it. I'm at the point where nothing is out of reach for me. And all I got to say is, I want it. I want to do that. And it's done. So, yeah, Italy, Delta One me, baby, because I was devastated. I didn't fly Delta One, but I think Liz and Ivory flew Delta One. I was like, damn. Somebody else did too. I think it was more than that. I want to say Alyssa might have flown. Maybe if it wasn't Delta One, I'm sure like first class. Like the girls were traveling. The girls was doing it big. That's another thing. The women on the trip, whew, I was like in awe. everybody was just amazing and intelligent and just beautiful, and I was, like, blown away just even by the intelligence and, like, the accomplishments. We Ivory works at net like, yeah, I don't get I don't yeah, y'all get it. The girls are doing big freaking things, okay? Let me just say that. Um, see, we ever do a countryside vibe, not all lux and decadence. Not all lux or decadence. I'm more of a hood hippie. Well, let me be honest. I could really do anything, girl. Like, I didn't grow up in the nicest neighborhood, so I'm a girl who is from the hood, right? However, I think now I'm in a place where I just like a nicer vibe for so many reasons, right? So I if we're talking group trip, we try to do affordable trips for the most part, but I'm like country. I don't know if I'm a country girl. Let me just say that. If I'm just being transparent, I don't know if I'm a country girl. However, like when I travel, I love to get in with the locals too every now and again. So like when I remember going to St. Martin, girl, we were with the locals, chilling, having a good time, having a good vibe. Like I can do all that. But when it comes to like a stay and restaurants and stuff, I really do like a nice thing, you know, as a group trip. You know what I mean? I'm not opposed to getting in there and just hanging out with the locals and doing all the. I love a good hood spot, you know, but I'm like an in and out type of person now, where I am now in life, if that makes sense. But I can adapt anywhere, and I feel comfortable anywhere I go. Because I feel any I can go to any like what Jay-Z say, I can go to any MLK block. That's how I feel about me. I'm never gonna act uppity or weird because I know this area, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Let me see. It really was next. We did our walking tour. Yes, girl. Them bags was like, whoo. Then it was like, all right, what's up? Fries. Oh my God. Her and these chats are needed. Chanel, oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. We have been talking. What time I get on here? Almost 8 o'clock, I think, right? Dang, we've been talking for a minute. Cinnamon, I can't believe I caught you live. I know I haven't been live in a really long time, but I want to change that. I really want to hop on here and chit chat with y'all at least once a week. That's really my goal. Once I should be able to do once a week. I really want to okay, so I'm gonna give y'all like a little inside thing with what my goals are and what I have in the app. Let me be real transparent with y'all. I can be very hard on myself, but I have when I'm hard on myself, it's more so because I can tell I'm either cutting corners, I can do more, and I'm seeing that I'm not really putting my all into something, and that gets me down. So one of my goals for the rest of the month, I mean for the rest of the year, I should say, is to stop being that way. Is to really, really I do struggle with some things because I'm all over the place. I'm really trying so hard to work that out without getting medication, if I'm being honest. So that's why I'm always looking to take things that provide me with focus and stuff that'll just keep me where my mind needs to be so I can do the things that I want to do. So one of the things that I want to do is really not that I'm not taking YouTube serious. I am, obviously, but in a way in which I'm more efficient, and that if I say I'm going live once a week, then I go live once a week. If I have a schedule of videos that's supposed to be going up on a certain day at a certain time, then they go up on that day and that time. I also want to grow my Instagram a little bit more and be a little bit more consistent on there, but in a way in which still aligns with my mind as far as like how much time I allot social media activity. I can't be as productive as I want to be if I'm on social media. So I limit it a lot. So I'm trying to find that fine line between getting online, posting stories, posting a show, like a reel, but then also engaging with the people who engage with me as well. I'll log in to Instagram. I might post a story, but then I'll log out. But because I'm not logging in consistently, I've realized that people have responded to stories from 3, 4 days ago, girl. You know what I mean? But I also have mutuals that I really wanna support. I really wanna show up for them and their content because they're working really, really hard. So I wanna be there to like, to comment, to repost. So I'm trying to find a way. So all of that stuff is in my app so that way I could schedule it and do the things that I know I can do better. So that way I can take where I'm at now and like go even farther, you know? So that's my goal. I've been really hard on myself. And so if I'm being honest, I should be getting up and clocking in to work from Monday through Friday, a certain amount of hours per day. But because I can get very distracted really quick, I'm like the person who's like squirrel, like I'm like that. Like what? Like you can see it in the video just by my conversations and how I talk and I can go on a tangent. That's how my mind is all day every day. So that is a part of my goal is to really structure my life and my days in a way in which I'm really productive and I do all the things that I need to do to be in a completely different place by the end of the year. Like I want to hit 100K. I feel like I could have hit 100K had I been doing a little better than I am right now. Like just doing a little bit more like how I know I can. I hope that makes sense, you know? So, yeah, girl, I'm working on myself. Let me see. We're all flying first class to Italy. Girl, yes, I need to. I need to because the way my knees was hurting on that, the way I shifted on that plane so many times, the way my knees and my hips were hurting. Whew. I romanticize my chai lattes in the morning. That's so important. Oh, speaking of romanticizing, right? Cinnamon, you will make the next trip. Just decide. Just decide and you will do it. Positive thinking. But I started thinking about my life, like, when I was in my 20s, no matter where I've ever lived, I've always romanticized my life. Like, I remember being in an apartment in Midtown, and it was because I was thinking that I couldn't afford my apartment where I used to live in Dunwoody, like, if you know Atlanta, you know Dunwoody. A very really nice area at the time. I don't know why I didn't think that I can afford to stay there by myself because I had a roommate, and, oh my god, thank you, Cinnamon. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Thank you. I love when you I would never whenever that pops up, I'm always like, "Oh my god." Um, but I remember, like, being younger and no matter where I lived, I was very intentional about my daily routine, how I kept my house, how I made my bed, like, what I cooked dinner, like, even I would find a way to go to, like, the nicest grocery store and get a meal and make, like, a five-star dinner for myself. And just every part of my life, I would try to I didn't that's not what we were calling it. That's not what I was calling it back then. But I realized that the impact that had in my mind, and I see why so many people choose to romanticize their life. There's an importance to it. And that popped up in my mind the other day, and I was like, I really need to be intentional about romanticizing my life because it really had a positive impact on me. It really, truly did. Especially when you come from a certain area or a certain neighborhood like me, you, I'm like, thank God for my mom. Thank God for my mom. Thank God I have the mom that I had. My mom used to drive us to nice neighborhoods just so we know that there was more out there than where we lived. She purposefully had me in a hospital that was 30 minutes away from where we lived because she wanted to be taken care of. She wanted to deliver somewhere nice. Like my mom did not play. And when I think forward to me, I did the same exact thing with my kids. I wanted to deliver in the best hospital in Atlanta, and I had both my kids in that hospital. I moved back to Atlanta when I got pregnant with Aiden so I can deliver in that hospital. It's like I'm my mom. I'm not even realizing it, but I'm realizing it now. Like she showed me that there was more out there and that it's like, how do you know what you could have unless you see it? And I'm grateful that she showed that to me, you know? And my aunt would travel with me. She would take me for the summers and she let me see other things, nice homes. And I'm like, oh, there's more out here. You know what I'm saying? And so when I say, I think I said it in the first Cabo vlog, I don't care how much money you have, if you can put aside some money every single paycheck to save up for a luxury experience, I'm telling you what that will do to you is crazy. I feel like there's got to be a study on it. It will make you say, how do I have this experience more often? What do I need to do? And your mind will start trying to figure out a way. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm so sincere. Whenever I see something new and something nice, and I'm like, damn, this exists. A perfect example, the hotel that I stayed at, so it's the Ritz-Carlton, but it's a Ritz-Carlton Reserve. It's a little different than a regular Ritz-Carlton. There's only like 8 properties, I think, worldwide. And so they're like luxury, but on a whole nother level. I didn't say this on the vlog because I was just like, I don't know how much to say, but I wanted to tell y'all, the food was so expensive. Whatever you think the food costs, double it. Whole different level. Like I was shocked. Like my flabbers were gasted. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. How much is the burger? Like that's how. But like the level of service, like what they could provide, I was shocked to find out what level of services they could provide for you because I'm not used to that. But now that I know it, now that I see it, now that I've experienced it, now I'm kind of like, I don't know, I kind of want to experience that again. What do I need to do to experience that again? That's the reason why I don't think I've been coming back and like being tired. I'm on a grind. Like I'm like, nah, Natalie, you gotta get to work. You gotta get to work. Because I want to experience it again. So I say that to say, I don't care how much money you make. I do not care. Put some figure out that one thing, nice restaurant, spa day, whatever it is. Put if the dinner's gonna cost you $100, put money away. Don't touch it. Act like it does not exist. Hide it. So that way you can go get dressed up, get real cute. You might feel uncomfortable at first. I know every time I experience something different, I feel uncomfortable. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I feel out of place, right? Until you do it after a while, you're like, all right, nah, I like this. I'm gonna come back to this so I can feel more comfortable. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I hope it makes sense, y'all. Let me read some of the comments. I'm sorry. I'm a bougie. Ivory said I'm bougie. Yes. Y'all were y'all. I feel like y'all was more bougie than me. I thought I was bougie. I thought I was bougie. Ivory and Liz was like, nah, here. Hold my Hermes. You know what I'm saying? They was letting me know, girl, you haven't even scratched the surface. I said, yes, I love it. It was inspiring. If I'm being honest, it was inspiring. I was like, oh, I need to get my shit together. I'm ready for the Amalfi Coast. I'm with you, Ivory. I'm ready too. My call for Italy is tomorrow. Yeah, I'm so happy. Our girls are going to Italy. I'm so happy. Like, the originals are also going. It's gonna be so y'all. Oh my god, we're gonna have so much fun. Prada and Fendi, yes. What did I miss? Prada Fendi. What are we doing at Prada Fendi? Tell me, what did I miss? I'm scouting vintage markets in the area too. I'm sure you will let me know. You have to call me and let me know because you had your whole itinerary aside from the itinerary. I said, what? Bottega and Santa. Y'all are on it. That's what I like to hear. I was diagnosed with ADHD in my early 20s. I totally feel what you're saying. It's so hard to focus, especially as you get older. Everything is to me. So, are you taking anything? I think my issue is taking something. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm trying so hard. I be wanting to get on Adderall something, but I don't. I'm really funny about taking things, y'all. But I might need something, y'all. I might need something. Hey, Jillian. I don't take any medication. I'm like, I'm really battling with it. I really am. Hey, Jeffrey. Let me see something. Hit the link in the description. Pick a destination. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey Dina. Thank you, friend. I miss you too. We have to get together. Oh my God. We gotta schedule a day. We gotta have like dinner or something. Yeah, for sure. You gotta romanticize them. It's like it's a mindset. It's all mindset. Like it's the equivalent. The reason why I say put some money aside and have a luxury experience is because that's like the key to like manifesting. This is how you obtain your dream life. So even if you want a really nice car, I don't care. I don't even care if your credit score is a 300. Whatever your car is that you want, your dream car, go to that dealership and go test drive that car. It's going to ignite something in you. I'm telling you, you're going to be like, yo, I want this car. I need this car. And like, there's going to be things are going to happen. Things are going to happen, and it's going to make you move in a direction where you start manifesting this life. And I'm not saying it's going to happen in 3 months, especially if you're just starting to learn how to think positively. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is the more you master your mindset, the quicker it will happen, you know? But it will happen. I feel like I'm living proof. Y'all, I am living proof. You know what, Sky? Felt. She said I could afford so much more in life, regards to life experience, if I could stop shopping. But for real, you know what? My vice is jewelry. That's my problem. And I probably could too. So I felt that. I felt that. I feel like I could probably do a lot more than I do is jewelry. I think I'm about to cleanse. I think I'm about to go on a no spend on jewelry after this one last thing I want to get. Is one last thing on it. It's not expensive, but I do want it. But I feel like I'm a pause on jewelry. That's been a really bad thing for me. I love jewelry. Um, Let me see. Girl, I know, Dina. I know. I'm gonna call you, girl. I don't. It's like I want to, but I don't, because I already know I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna be a beast. You're not gonna be able to stop me from doing nothing. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I've been on meds on and off. It's really helpful, especially as demanding as my job is after I felt convicted about it. But just like when you're Evercole, you take. Yeah. So, yeah. You know what? I need to look into it. I need to do something. Doing this without I'm gonna get in there. We're gonna talk, Ivory. I'm gonna text you. When is Italy? Italy is next year in June. June moving into July. Yes, you need to be in this paper. Yeah. I take eight. Oh, you take ADHD meds too. You still need a plan, but you can focus and not daydream. I guess it depends on your type. Yeah. Okay. Y'all are saying some positive things. So I like that. Because I've taken Adderall before, but I'm so concerned with taking things, so I get in my head about it. That's really the thing. Manifesting in those subliminal message videos are so powerful. Yes, they are. Mind you, 2 months before I left to Paris, I had no job. I remember. Ivory, speak it. I remember. And you went quiet in the chat too. And then you came back and you were like, whew, I don't know if I wasn't sure I was going to be able to come. I remember. Yeah, that's a testament. Let me tell you, when you decide you're going to do something, you just take a chance. I remember you sure did. Yep. This is the reason why you just got to make a decision, because everything, even if in the nick of time, means something me and my mother say all the time is that everything is always going to work out, even if it's at the last minute. But you got to like lock into that thought and that feeling and have that faith. I always think like that. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever I need to come through, it's gonna come through, even if it's the last minute. I promise y'all, God has never let me fall flat on my face. Ever. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I have never, everything always comes through for me, but only when I'm thinking positive, you know? Let me see. And I was just about to ask about the necklace. But the necklace I love. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with everything I have. I'm happy with it. Like it's worth it to me because if you know me, I'm very big on cost per wear. I am very big on that. I don't want to spend a this is the reason. So y'all remember how I was really like talking myself out of the Saint Laurent heels because I'm such a cost. If I'm gonna drop money on something, in order for it to feel worth it to me, either it needs to be a grand experience. So that's why jewelry and vacations. I'm going to spend money on an experience. I love an experience. I love the memory of it. And jewelry, I can wear it every day. I don't take my jewelry off. Y'all know that. Y'all see me wash my face with my jewelry on. You see me get in the shower with my jewelry on. I don't take my stuff off. I paid too much. So I'm not wearing this for the special occasion is life. So I'm gonna wear my stuff every single day. But if I would just chill for a minute, I probably could have been on the damn Delta One to Paris. My dumb ass. No, I'm just kidding. I love my jewelry though. But speaking of this though, this is my new favorite chain. Y'all notice I have not taken this off. I might add to it, but I have not taken this off. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It's so sparkly. It's so pretty. But this is the Masika baby move. There is a larger version, the move necklace. I didn't want to pay that. So I didn't. Well, let me say this. I had a budget, but I wanted the hand chain. So do you remember the hand chain that I had on in Mexico? That's also Masika. I wanted both. So I had to make a decision. Do I get the big one or do I get my hand chain, which I wanted because I love the hand chain. So when I do put the hand chain on, like I'll wear that for like a week at a time, you know, and then I'll take it off. It's a little bit more delicate. So even though I can wear it and never take it off, it's delicate and I get concerned. I don't want it to snag on nothing. Like my Amazon one, yeah, I kept it on for like 3 weeks one time and it held up, but then it'll start to rust after a while because it's not real gold. The Masika one, I can wear that every day. I don't have to take it off. The problem is, do you know the level of disgust I would have if like it's such a delicate chain if it popped in the dime? Girl, I would lose my I would cry. I would go ghost. I'd be devastated. So I took my hand chain off after Mexico, maybe like I'll say like 5 days after I got back from Mexico. Then I was like, all right, girl, let's take it off for a little bit. But I'll probably wear that a lot more often than the Amazon one. But anyway, I said all that to say, love this. There is a bigger version of it that is gorgeous. And ironically, I'm seeing so many girls with it right now. I don't know if it's because I got it. Now I see it more, but I'm seeing all the girls with the Masika. I don't know if y'all noticed. I'm seeing it everywhere. But it's Masika. I thought it was not as known, but clearly the girls are catching on, honey, cuz and I feel like if you want to invest in something before you invest in like Cartier, Van Cleef, we love all the things. I love Cartier, I love Van Cleef. I would say maybe look into Masika before it gets so big because the reason why I got this before my birthday is because they were doing a price hike on it and I happened to find out. And so I just pulled the trigger on the two things that I wanted. But now they starting to do Cartier type stuff and they raising the prices, girl. I love jewelry though. I really do owe y'all a how to build a jewelry collection video, like with on a budget to start. Cause I started off with just 14 karat gold, um, studs, maybe some everyday hoops. And then I moved up slowly but surely to like my tennis bracelet. And just like, there's ways to like go about it. You don't just jump all into it. I wouldn't say go out and start spending thousands of dollars, obviously, but I love jewelry. So I can do that forever. Thanks for the live. Always good. School run calls. Okay, but you're in New Zealand? What? Good night, Irma. Wow, this is blowing my mind. Y'all the most positive people I've ever met. Oh my god, you and your mom don't do negative at all. No, girl, you already know. You already know. You know me for real, for real. Y'all know I do not play about the mindset. I'm always gonna be thinking positive. Like this is not cap. This is not like the youngest say. This is not cap. This is not like I don't just turn the camera on and start acting. This is like literally how I live my life when nobody's watching. You know. Yes, I remember that situation with Ivory. Literally. And Ivory, oh my God, I'm trying to tell y'all, when I tell y'all the girls on this trip were like, yeah, y'all are like that. I was blown away. I felt like so inspired and like it was beautiful to see. Everybody was like on their shit, you know? And everybody was from like different walks of life and like I don't know, I can still see it in my mind. I can still see people's smiles and reactions to things and yeah, man, we had such a good time. Alexandra, really enjoy your content and channel. I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm really excited for what's coming next because y'all, I'm in my YouTube bag. Creativity wise, I'm not messing around, I'm not playing at all. So I'm really excited. I feel like I've said that in the past, but was still trying to like find my way. I need to figure out my attention span. So we gonna figure that out. I think I'm about to, you know how I did with my LASIK where I was like, enough is enough. I think I'm about to do the same thing was my attention. I'm all over the place. I got to do something. We need a dedicated video about stacking credit points. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. We actually talked about that. I am gonna do that, and that's probably gonna be the thing about a video like that is I really need to go into like how I want to structure it where it makes sense and that you get the most out of it. Because the way that I started doing it, not to say that you have to do it the way that I did, but I have some hacks for those who can. Um, which is like getting multiple reward credit cards with the same bank. Like for instance, y'all know I'm an American Express girl. So I have every reward, not every reward card, but I have American Express Platinum, American Express Gold, American Express Delta. Like I have all the cards. But there's ways that you could stack the points by you get bonus points if you have a certain amount of spend in a certain time frame. And a lot of times when you're starting out, it's like 100,000 points, 150,000, all that stuff. When you stack all those points together, and if you get an Amex Platinum and an Amex Gold, I'm not saying you need to do this. I'm just saying if you can, when you stack the two, both the points are grouped together. So when y'all were like, when I was like getting tickets with points and hotels, I didn't pay for my Denver trip at all. That was paid for with points. My flight was paid for with points. My hotel was paid for with points. The only thing I used my card for in Denver was for Ubers and food. Other than that, my entire trip was covered. And I'm actually stacking my points right now. I'm about to do that for another upcoming trip, which is the reason why I do want to go ahead and make that video because I'm about to do it again. So with my Delta points, I also do it with Marriott. I'm a Marriott girl. So I have hundreds of thousands of points on Marriott because if you notice, every property you ever see me go to is Marriott. So I'm remaining faithful to certain places. So pick, if you're a Hilton girl, stick with Hilton, only go to Hilton hotels. If you want to do Capital One credit cards, stick with Capital One, see what the benefits are, use your card for everything. But I'm going to make a detailed video because I'm about to take a trip where I only use points. I'm thinking it's in my mind. The whole idea is brewing where it could be both a travel vlog, but also educational. So people aren't afraid to use their credit card. And it's so funny because lately I've been seeing Aaliyah has been talking about that a lot on her channel where she's like, use your credit card. Don't use your debit card. I've been saying this for the past couple years. Don't use your debit card. Use your credit card and pay it off. The money's already sitting in your debt. Like now, if you charge it on your credit card, but also spend the money on your debit, girl, then you got to have discipline. Okay. I'm just saying, leave the money in your checking account. Swipe that credit card. Do you know how quickly the points will add up? And it depends on your expenses, right? But the more your expenses, the more points. And there's so many tricks. I got you though. I'm on it. I'm telling you, I'm about to be the best YouTuber. I'm on it. Truly felt in your last vlog when you said you prefer to be alone and maybe have a little fun every now and again. Yeah, I think more mature women feel that way. Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind a little, you know what I'm saying? A little something, so a little yeah, or whatever. But I'm not even ready to pursue that because I really am. I'm so focused on work and my purpose that I feel like a man would be distracting. I tried it. I tried a little bit. But that was even distracting, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. Not completely, I was still working, I was doing stuff, but I had to put effort into this person. So if this person is calling me and he was a FaceTimer, like we were FaceTiming and we would be like he's on his lunch break, he's FaceTiming me. You know what I'm saying? He's on his way home, he's FaceTiming me. He's at home eating, he's FaceTiming me. That's a lot. And if y'all remember, well, I don't think I told y'all. Did I tell y'all? I don't even know. Did I tell y'all? I don't know. Anyway, he did something, I didn't like it, I stopped talking to him. Like, I stopped talking to this day. We don't talk, but I'm fine with that. Oh, but he was so fine, y'all. Woo! The old me would have probably swept some things, not swept some things under the rug, but try not to believe, like to kind of take somebody at their word where they're like, nah, that's not how I was, but I don't do that anymore. Now it's like what you did is what you meant. I'm gonna take you at that. And I don't give second chances anymore. So that was the case with that. I had actually told him that already, that I don't give second chances. So the fact that he still tried it was like, damn, that sucks for you. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't never coming back from this. And not even in a mad, angry crash out way. Just I'm cool. This was taking too much of my time anyway. But yeah, I think that if you're focused on your career, if you have a goal, um, I don't know if it's advantageous to have or to pursue a relationship unless that relationship is going to add to your ability to reach said goal. And I don't mean it in a I just want to use you kind of way. I just mean like if it's in alignment with the direction that you're going in. If it's not, if it's just going to throw you off your game, if it's going to take you away from your path, I don't know if it's worth it. And so I'm not interested in pursuing that right now. I'm okay with just chilling. I'm okay with not responding to messages or I'm okay with like I meet men and I'm very nice, but I flat out let men know I'm not dating by choice. Like, thank you so much. You're very handsome. I'm sure you're great, but I'm not dating right now. And that's intentional. Like, I got goals and I don't think I have the time to dedicate to a relationship right now. I feel like I'm very much turning into the man. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to tend to what you probably want, what you probably deserve. Because I think if you're gonna be in a relationship, that man deserves your attention. And, I just can't give that. So I think it's unfair for me to try to date and then, somebody be calling me and I'm not answering. Let me see. Girl, I'm trying to find inspiration slowly coming back to YouTube. Yeah, girl, your last video that you sent me was great. I feel like you're doing good. You just gotta, you know how it is, girl. We gotta talk. Yeah, I mean, you know how it is. We just gotta show up. Do you prefer points over cash back or both? I just use points. I've never done No, I'm lying. I don't do cash back, but American Express in certain wallets, like in Best Buy, if I go to Best Buy right now and add something to my cart, it'll tell me how many points I can use from American Express towards that purchase. I just don't utilize it. I don't. I just stack it, stack it, stack it. Right now I'm on a stacking spree. Um so I prefer points, but that's because I travel. Like I want to have an experience. I want to fly somewhere, and that's the only reason why for me. But I think it's just important to like what would you prefer to have? Like if you would prefer to have cash, have cash. I be wanting to go places, so that works best for me. But yeah, I prefer that. Girl, no time. I'm just uninterested in men right now. I'm too busy. Yeah, same. That's the itinerary. Back in the day, I would be pressed for the FaceTimes. Not anymore. Please get off my line. I got work to do. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but I feel you, Sky. Like yeah, I mean, it's just I'm cool. Like I don't have the time. And you know how it is. Like I'm just not there right now. Maybe when I get to where I want to be, I'll be willing to. And it's got to be somebody who has their own thing going on. If you don't have your own thing going on, then we're probably not going to align because it's going to feel like I'm alienating that person, and I don't want anybody to feel like that. Also, I can't be up under somebody every single day because one, I've got kids, and two, I have like a schedule that I'm working on, and I don't want to break that because I want to hang out with you and just sit at your house. I don't want to do that. That I don't girl, I can go on for days. I can go on for days. But anyway, y'all, it is very, 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 very late. So I'm gonna try and get some work done like I always do. And that way I can start vlogging for y'all again, like vlogging, and so we can have some fun content coming up. And what else would you guys like to see? Is there anything else that you guys would like to see that you want me to film aside from the stuff we've already talked about? So I know we want to do like the credit cards, how to travel with credit cards, stuff like that, but is there anything else that we want to see in the vlog? I have a lot of good, fun stuff coming up. I promise you, like just stuff I haven't really said. I don't want to say it because I just want y'all to see it and get feedback, and you guys can let me know if you like it or not. But if there's anything that I'm missing, because sometimes what I don't want to do is make content that everybody does not want to watch. You know, the reason why I vlog a lot is because that's what YouTube is saying y'all want to see, you know. But a lot of times I just want to sit here and chit chat. Sometimes I just want to get up here and do my makeup. I am about to start doing more YouTube shorts as well, more reels. I want to get into that too. So I'm about to lock in. Let me get my focus together. I'm looking into L-theanine and all types of little lion's mane, girl. I'm trying to get this focus together. You caught a bit of the live, girl. Now, well, this is gonna. I'm gonna save this live, so will you be able to watch it back? But I feel bad because I'm about to get off. I'm just glad you got a new exercise machine. I'm trying. Oh yes, I'm gonna show that. It's coming up. It's coming up. I'm gonna show y'all everything with it. Oh my god, it's so nice, you guys. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show y'all. I'll be showing y'all. Let me see. Day in the life and beds. Okay. We'll always have the bedside chats. I got you on that for sure. And I will try to do some things where I show up a little bit more on shorts. I really want to do that. Yes, I'm excited to show you guys the new machines. We're gonna do that. So we do have that. We have the gym. We've got a little home decor. I've got some shopping, like try on hauls. I've been having fun with the try on hauls and stuff like that. But we're about to go on the challenge. We're about to do the challenge. So we're back in our like 75 aligned era, but not 75 days. I feel like 30-day increments is a little bit more digestible. But we back on it, girls. We're back to the walking. We're back to the meal prepping. Today I filmed a what I eat in a day. So it was like a no frills, literally what I eat in a day. Just so y'all can see the type of foods that I'm gonna be eating, you know. So I filmed that today. I just have to edit that, and so that'll go live somewhere here soon. And then, yeah, we're getting back to our Sunday resets, back on track. Chat like our 10K steps, all that stuff. I got my treadmill back. Okay, I got my workout machine back. So the heavy lifting is starting back up again. Y'all have no idea how excited I am because when I tell you not having my equipment put a huge like it just stopped me dead in my tracks. That was devastating. But everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So it's cool, but yeah. Maintenance day vlog. Okay, cool. I love that. So love your meals, fitness. Okay, gotcha. Oh, you caught it on the IG. It is so cute. It is so cute. I actually have like a little rack and everything that got delivered today. So I have to just get that installed. I need a little handyman, but I need like I need a handyman, but men are so weird, you know. Not all men, obviously, but I had somebody come do something for me, and the conversation that man was bringing up, I'm like, "Can I just pay you to do something for me, you come, you do that, and then you leave. Why you got to be a man about it? You know? I wish I had a handyman, just a respectable handyman that will show up, do the thing that I need them to do. I could cash app you, Zelle you, whatever, and you just leave. That's what I'm looking for. I need to find that. So anyway, I got to figure out how to install this rack for all of my accessories. I'm so excited. It's so cute. Outfits and hauls. Okay, yes. I've been really loving like the little I have a I have a good haul. I have a good haul coming up soon, y'all. The cute wait till y'all see. Just the cutest stuff. And I'm so happy that the weather is like changing. I can't wait to show y'all that. And Gym Tour convinced me not to get an Equinox membership. Uh, you are bougie, Ivory. She said the Equinox membership. They got cold towels and Pilates. I love working out at home though. There's something about getting out of my bed, just going, grabbing my workout stuff and just going to the gym. There's something that makes it's like it and I can stay really consistent doing that as opposed to like having to drive myself to the gym. So yeah, I'll show y'all cuz girl, so excited. I wish there was an Equinox close to me. And we have, I think, one in Atlanta. It's not close to me, but I know they are really nice gyms. I would love to do a fitness challenge with you, maintenance vlogs, try on hauls, what I eat a day. Got you, got you, got you, got you, got you. Yes, we will do that. And challenge for sure. So I'm gonna film that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger. Like I said, if you're in the app, some of you have said you already seen it in the app. So you saw it. If you signed for anybody who signed up for the app today, and you probably seen the option to do it in the app and it'll show you like day one or whatever the case is. Yeah, the challenge is happening. I just wanted to have something where it can give you like a start day and it can like follow up and remind you all that good stuff. And then like feedback is so important. Just let me know what you're thinking. It's easy for me to go in, edit the app, customize it, change things, do updates. So let me know. Like that's one thing about apps, any app. I mean, if you think of any app on the Apple Store, is constantly doing bug fixes. It's not going to be perfect out the gate, but feedback is so important. So feedback is really important to me. I'm so open to feedback. I love somebody had mentioned there was like a typo and somebody was like, "Hey, there's a typo in this place." I was like, "Oh my god, thank you, girl. Like, thank you. I need that cuz I'm only human, you know?" So, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you on all of that. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go back. I would love to find you a Hispanic girl. I got a good one. Oh, girl, I need the tea. Girl, my friends are talking about it yesterday. I'm going to sign up. I'm trying to be a summertime fine. Period, Ivory. The men are fine at Equinox. Oh, I need to come to Houston. Speaking of that. Yeah, we listen, we're not playing on the games. We're just trying to be fine year round. Like now, and we got time too. The thing is, it might be May, but we really have time. Do you know what we can accomplish in the next 60 days? I meal prepped the other day. I ain't playing. I'm not playing. If it wasn't for the fact that today was like really work heavy, I filmed all day. I filmed all day. Like the meal prep days are or not. This wasn't a meal prep video. This was a what I eat in a day, but they're really kind of like tedious. They take a long time to film, which is probably why I don't film them as often. Hats off to the girls who do that so often, but they're kind of tedious. And the way that I filmed this, I just wanted it to be like straight to the point. This is what I eat in a day. I think in the future, I might, when I do them in the future, because I do think it's important to do, I might just do it more casual vlog style. It'd be less tedious, I should say. But this one, I kind of wanted it to be dedicated to the food, you know? But yeah, the goal is to be fine, 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 fine. Yes, love a challenge. Yeah, I think the challenges are so motivating. And I noticed that we all kind of collectively come together and cheer each other on, which I think is really important. It's like having a community and a sisterhood. And I really love that, you know? I also am thinking about, I don't know the best way to do it. So if anybody has any suggestions, this would be great. But for those of us who are in the app, I'm trying to find a place where we can come together and talk. I don't have that ability in the app, but I want to find that. So I'm working on that right now, where there's a community that we can all chit chat, talk. amongst ourselves, you know what I mean? So I'm working on that, and I'm trying to find out if I'm gonna have that space live on my website or how I wanna do it. I don't know if I wanna do like a Discord. I looked at Discord. Discord looks like 1997 to me. I can't. I did think I can't. So I don't even wanna go down that road, but I am working on that. Yeah, I definitely wanna come to Houston. Houston's on my hit list bad. I don't even know why I haven't come. I probably need to look. I can't come this month, girl, because I promised I was gonna sit my tail down and work. I'm trying to work for y'all. But I'm coming for sure. Maybe like in fall when it's like the weather is like breaking up. I feel like I should do maybe sometime in the fall, you know? I feel like summertime might be too hot. Plus, I just got a lot going on this summer. And then I also wanna go back to Denver too. So, I'm working on that too. Yes, I have 10 more pounds to go. You look great. Yeah, no, you look great. I see you, girl. You look bomb, Dina. I love it. How long does it typically take for you to edit a video? It depends. Like my hour-long videos, girl, if I can stay focused, um, and if it's like a very montage heavy where I'm really showing my like atmosphere, like where I'm at, stuff like that. That could 8 hours or so at minimum. And it depends on how much detail I'm putting into it. I'm also looking for music. Lately, I've been trying to find new music for my videos, and I want the music to kind of match the vibe. I also, if you notice, I don't do like remixes like I used to in the beginning. I don't know if you guys realize that. I've been just using like copyright free music because I was getting struck with copyright from videos from a long time ago, newer ones. Like it was like one of them I took the L on. I ain't taking the L. one listen, I'm sharing money on a video with Drake as we speak. I ain't doing it no more. Okay. Drake got enough money. Leave me alone, Drake. Okay. So I miss the music now. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, no, I be working way too hard on these videos. I'm not sharing money with Drake. I love Drake, but I'm not sharing the money with Aubrey. Um, so yeah, like if I'm looking for music and I'm looking for music that matches the vibe, I have to like dedicate like an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes just to find the music alone. So yeah, the editing can be really, really tedious. And it just depends. Like if it's a really long, if I'm breaking down 3 hours worth of footage, it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. I was about to say we need a community chat for the fitness challenge. Yeah, I'm working on that for sure. I just gotta figure out how I want to do it. And it's gotta be in a way where I just don't want to have to build things. Like I want it to be easy for people to sign up into it. Like so for this particular community specifically too, where you're in the app and we're going through these things together and there's so many different aspects of the app. We need a place where we can kind of talk and we can talk about like what we're going through, where we're at in our journey, where we're at and what, do you get what I'm trying to say? I feel like if we don't have a community, if we can't like bounce things off of each other, I feel like we won't stay as consistent. And what I don't want to do is leave the girls hanging. I want us to be able, because we're all doing it. So I don't want to be like, all right, you signed the app. There's no way for me to communicate with the girls that are in the app. To be honest, I don't even think you guys realize that, but I can't tell who's signing up either. It's not giving me your name and your email. That's not how the app works. So unfortunately, I can't see that either. So I need a space where I know I'm not just that person. Like community is so important to me. So I just want to be able to have eyes on the girls that are doing it so that way we can all keep each other encouraged. That's what I'm looking for. So I just don't want to leave anybody hanging basically. So I'm working on that. I'm extremely overweight and I'm at my wits and I need motivation. Girl, I feel you. You need to lose over 100 pounds. Then, baby girl, this is the place to be. We can do it together and it doesn't have to be difficult. Well, let me just say the hardest part is going to be just like making a decision and then showing up every day. But I think if you stay locked in with us, then it's easier to stick to. And girl, I know where you're at, girl. Trust me when I tell you, I feel you. I feel you. And it might seem overwhelming. And what I used to struggle with is how long is it going to take? But then I go back to the time is going to go by anyway. And so whenever it's not a linear thing too, right? So you're going to have these really good, like you're going to have like a couple of really good months, and then you might have like a bad week. The key is for you to just kind of get back on it and just kind of like remember how you feel and just I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's worth it, and you got to find your why, and you got to and also not going too hard too quick is super important. So stay locked in, boo. Stay locked in. We could do it together. Trust me. Weight is a tough thing, but it's so worth it for our health. It really, really is. Walking is the easiest thing you can do. If you don't change anything but start walking, even if it's 20 minutes tomorrow, you'll be surprised the difference that'll make if you walk 20 minutes every day for the next 7 days. And then you're going to want to do it a little longer, a little longer, a little longer. And then you'll be at about an hour a day. And when I tell you, even if you didn't change a thing, but walked, it would change some things, if that makes sense. Walking is a game changer. Highly recommend it. YouTube community page for the chat. Well, the only thing about the YouTube community page is there's going to be other people in it that might not be in the app. I was trying to make it like app centered, just like a free community that you can join if you get what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to work my way through it. I know there's something out there that I can get. I just have to figure out what direction I want to do. Really take the time to do the research on it and do it. But I need to do it like now. Sorry, I just jumped back on when did the challenge start. We're really just talking about it now. Like, um, we're really just talking about it now. The challenge, I always say this, challenges start like we can jump in whenever, right? Because the time is just gonna be ticking anyway. But if I'm being honest, I have kind of started already. So like I've been back on my meal prepping and all of that stuff, but I want to have like an official thing. So I'm working on doing that. But when we were talking about the challenge, a lot of the girls who signed up for the app today can see the challenge in their onboarding. So they kind of like opted into that, and it kind of shows you in the app, challenge stuff like what to do, all that stuff. And since I already have the app and I've already done the onboarding, I have to go into my app to tell it that I want to have have the challenge on my phone too. So I'm going to be working on that as well. So I didn't really announce it, but I did add it to the app. So some people are already seeing it. You're welcome, beautiful. Yes, girl. Stick with us, girl. We got you. Let me tell you. We all gonna be fine, baby girl. We're gonna get it one pound at a time. We'll get it. We'll get it. Just stay here. And it's a mindset thing too. It's so important. I think it's important to have people around you who are positive, who are also rooting for you. Can we talk about how sometimes people don't want you to lose weight? And it's really weird. Have you noticed that? Or is it just me? I feel like there's this thing where some people don't want you to change and get better and all that stuff. So finding a community where we all have the same goal, it really pushes the need like it helps. It moves the needle. Girl, what app? Oh, I dropped an app. Dang, we really haven't talked. Girl, I dropped an app on the 28th. I have like a coaching app. It dropped on the 28th. It's linked in the description, and it's literally like a transformation app and walks you through like semesters of it's the It Girl University app. So many people. What about Group Me? Group Me. Okay, so this is the thing what I want. I want it to be like community based where somebody can create like a topic, right? Like a post, and then other people can chime in on that. I feel like Group Me's and what's things get lost. So if there's subjects and there are how do I want to explain it? Where somebody can have a post about a specific thing, or maybe they have a win. So somebody can go in there and post like, "Oh, it's been 7 days and I've walked my 10K steps all 7 days." Do you get what I'm trying to say? And people can chime in on that post. It's so much easier to follow. That's why I'm not trying to do just a chat. I don't want to with the way my schedule is, I'll miss out on hundreds of texts. If I don't log in into the group chat with the girls, I'm gonna miss everything, because sometimes I'm on D&D. So if I go in and there's 150 text messages, I'm gone. But if there's posts, if that makes sense, I need a community based app. I hope that makes sense. So that's really what I'm looking for, I think. I'm down bad on motivation too. I feel a shift coming though. Yeah. I think we got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. A lot of times that's what it is. And I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Sometimes it's about starting even when you don't want to, even when it's hard to start. If you haven't already, and you might have. I don't know if y'all remember when I started the 75 Align. If y'all remember those videos of me working out, if only you knew how I felt doing the easiest of workouts, I did not want to do it at all. I promise you I didn't want to do it. I don't care how enthusiastic I looked. I did not want to do those workouts. It took everything in the pep talks I had to have with myself throughout them 75. It was probably 50 or 60 days in, maybe like 50 days in, where I was like, time to work out. This is it. Time to work out. It's time. It took like 60 some days for me to get to the point where this was just the way. Before that, I had to there was times I'd be in the bed, tired, exhausted, had a long day, still didn't get my 10K steps. And I would be like, Natalie, you gotta get up. You gotta do it. Sometimes we just gotta do it, even when we don't want to do it. Sometimes the hardest part is just showing up to the gym or just going outside to take the walk, you know? Um, how about WhatsApp? No, this the thing with WhatsApp is the chats are getting lost. Like I can't follow a WhatsApp chat. I do bye bye belly juice. I don't know if I can put it in here. Here it is. So good for the fighting the bells. Yeah, tell us what it is, girl. Spill the tea. Spill the tea. You can create things in there. It's organized now. On WhatsApp? What about Slack? Is Slack an app? Thank you. She said, I'm still in Paris. Yes. Okay. When you get to Mexico, you'll see. I'm working out now as I listen to you. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I have an idea, I think. I don't want to, but I need to. Period. You got this, boo. You got this. But what I would love to do is like us do like some walking lives where I gotta figure out how to do it, but I want to we're just chit chat while we're walking, get on a treadmill and just walk live together. A friend of mine had did that on YouTube before, and I think that went really, really well with her. But I feel like we would like that if we had like a date where we met up and we just walked, I feel like, right? Whatever to encourage us to move and stay active, I think is just like however we need to do that. The Mighty Network is an app. The Mighty Network. Okay. I'm just gonna write this in my notes really quick. So I can look all this stuff up. And then I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to help me. Like, chat, tell me what I need. The Mighty Network. And then what was the other one? Somebody says Slack. The Mighty Network. I need to figure this out. This is important and it's urgent too. Like, I don't know about WhatsApp. I mean, unless WhatsApp changed and I just really don't know. WhatsApp is overwhelming to me. So I can't imagine there's a lot of girls in the app. That's the thing. I can't have hundreds of, you get what I'm trying to say? The community, I expect the community to grow. I can't have 5,000 people in the WhatsApp chat, It's got to be something where we can get on there. We could have a topic of discussion. It could even be like a brain dump. It could be like, hey, I had a rough day today. I need to get this off my chest. And we can get in there and like lift our girls up. Like I need something like that. Okay. Anything to keep us on track, because the thing about life is it's always going to life. And what I'm trying to do is find a way to reprogram people's not reprogram in that sense, but help you reprogram how you go about dealing with life and stresses and curveballs and stuff. Because if we don't learn how to deal with them, then they're going to constantly like throw us off our game. So I would like a place where somebody can be like, "Hey, I had a rough day. I need y'all to help like talk me off the edge." You give them, does that make sense? That's the type of community, you know? So what about Discord? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Discord looks like 1997 to me. I don't know. Discord looks like a different language. Discord looks like, you know, the NASDAQ charts. Discord looks like Mandarin to me. I, I can't. I just want a good old fashioned community type of a page. Do you know what I'm saying? Where somebody can go and put a topic. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Because I want to do more than chat. I want it to be a community, you know? So anyway, I'll figure it out and then I'll definitely try to announce it. I wish I gotta go in here and figure out I have to figure out how to I don't know. I don't I don't know how to explain. Well, anyway, I'll announce it on my channel. I'll announce it in my YouTube like community post everywhere that I can when I figure it out. And I'll just have to constantly keep talking about it. And when I figure out where it is, where the link is going to be, just keep it in the description box. So that way, if somebody logs in, matter of fact, I'm going to work it into the app. Never mind. I'm going to work it into the app. Whenever somebody logs in, it'll automatically have them sign up for that community automatically. That's what I'm going to do. Figured it out just that fast. Like once you sign in, there's going to be a link for you to join the community. Figured it out, girl. Let me see. It's a plant-based juice. It slows down your cortisol levels, helping you to stress less, give you more energy, help you sleep better. You know what? I actually have school. Okay. Okay, let me look into school and let me see. You're right. I forgot about school. I actually have an account with school. So that I pay for it every single month and I ain't got not one member. That's the crazy part about it. I don't have not one member. So you know what? Thank you, girl. I'm gonna let me figure out school. And I just if it's in a way in which thank you, girl. Thank you for that reminder. What's the juice, boo? What is it? What is it called again? Belly, bye bye belly. What you called it? Is that what she said? Yeah, bye bye belly. Oh, oh, I found it, y'all. Oh, it's like a mix. Girl, that thing's $60. All right, I'm gonna look it up. I found it. You can feel such a difference in a week. I was about to suggest a community with an app. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to figure it out. I'm gonna play with it tomorrow after I'm done working. I have a little bit of editing to do in the morning, but as soon as I'm done with that, I'm gonna move directly into that. But I gotta carve out. I gotta start waking up at 5 o'clock. The kids are about to be out of school. I can't use that as an excuse to sleep in an hour. I need to still wake up early and go straight into my workout room and work out. So yeah. um yeah, I can't play. All right, Ivory. Bye, boo. Miss you. Have a good day tomorrow. Let me see. I follow the group on Facebook. Okay, got you. I'll look it up. And I'm gonna work on the app. Because I'm hoping I get to pick up my wig. Y'all, I can't believe I'm about to wear a wig, y'all. I'll keep y'all posted. I'll show everything soon, y'all. I still can't believe I'm about to wear a wig, but I'll fill y'all in on that when we go to pick up the wig. I'm hoping I can go pick it up tomorrow. It's kind of custom. So anyway, y'all, it's really, really late. We're all getting tired. Plus, I do want to. I have to wake up really, really early in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. But I really enjoyed talking to you guys tonight. My goal is to start back lives so that way we could, stay connected. You know what I mean? You work out at 5 now. No. I wanna start working out at 5. No, but I haven't. I haven't. The kids, so my oldest he's done with school. He graduates this year, but they're already out of school. So I'm not having to wake up super early to take him, and my youngest, he don't start school until 9. So, but I don't wanna fall into I don't have to wake up super early, so I'm gonna try to start waking up earlier so I can maximize my day. I need to be working between a set amount of hours per day so I can be super productive. That's what I'm working on. So, yeah, I enjoyed this chat, you guys. We'll do it again next week. I will be back here next week. I mean, I might come back even before that, too, because at this point, I'm saying to myself, I have the time. I'm saying to myself that I need to make the time for my community and show up and chit chat and talk. I really love getting to know you guys. So I'll be back. We'll talk again. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really enjoyed this so much. So I want to do it again soon. Love you guys. We'll talk later. Mwah.